Well, what's going on, you guys, and welcome to another week of Shattered Throne. For all those who have been watching alongside of us, we are in a completely new year. Shout out 2025. And if I remember correctly, it's been almost a year since we've started. I don't know about this campaign, but since we started together on this little YouTube journey. So, like, it is pretty exciting. So, shout out everybody here. Thank you guys for your support. All like 10 to 15 of you guys who
It's a
watch our
lot.
videos. Appreciate you guys. Shout out, Mom. Thank you so much. I know you don't watch this. I'm just kidding, but
Or
what a heartbreaker. But
a
man,
few.
I'm so excited. We're gonna get into a lot of really, really fun things this year. And I know I'm excited. But before I get too crazy, I'd love for our players to introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, I am Mojo and I play Shonen Gold, a human barbarian young man.
I am Fritos, and I play Raven, the half elf druid bartender.
And I'm Captain. Just kidding.
You better watch your tone, boy.
I,
He's been
and
demoted
I
from
am
captain.
Tech Stallion, and I play Tydox, the gnome artificer.
And I'm Captain Erd, and if you dare try me again, Tack Pony, Captain Erd will strike you down where you stand.
In his festive dinosaur.
It's my Drider Longsword, in
Yep.
case anyone's wondering.
He's completely naked. No
He
armor.
has already
He
struck
is
down
completely
Tydox with
naked.
multiple times. That sword has more friendly fire on it than it does enemy.
He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you.
It is about half and half for sure.
Yeah. Right. And I'm Zorfis, and I'm playing Jared.
Gerard.
I love it. And my name is Matt, Matty Ice. I get to be our amazing dungeon master, and I'm just so thankful for each one of my players. Today, we're going to continue on to our story that we had last time, where we had left. They began a snowstorm, had just showed up as they have now reached basically winter and into the northern area of
Into the
the
unknown.
continent in Andriel. So a snowstorm brought up, came up, and so they had to seek out land. But before they did, on the boat, they found some much needed information. There was a spicy night with
Mm.
Raven and Captain Jacques, and so that was fun. But because of that, they got maps, navigational system. Ert found a clue
Did?
of dragon origin,
Oh yeah.
which is really cool. Hopefully, he builds upon that soon. I say that because he may forget. I
Rata!
other things, other things that happened. Um, Raven, because of his smooth talking, night of funness, he found a crystal that is going to lead a direct line from Andreal to Heaven's Ascent. And then we landed on Shore Point Villa. I never said the name out loud. I'm so sorry, but Shore Point Villa is the name of the town of the toy maker that they met, where they found a pretty heavily snowed area and came upon the toy maker's house that was overrun by a lot of snow people who were a fun enemy created and designed by me myself and I. After that, they pushed into the house, and in the house they discovered um, the bodies of a bunch of different kind of elves. Looks like maybe some malnourished elves who have definitely been overworked. Right before the end of the last session, they discovered that they were not alone in this house, as a light had blinked in the background and turned off. And this is where we find our lovely adventure group. You guys are alone in the darkness. Um, here you
And
guys are. questions. What were you gonna say, Tydox?
It's not a magical darkness. It's just a normal. So
Just
those
a
of us who
normal
have dark vision can see.
60 feet, yeah, for sure. 120 for someone, I believe. But
You guys remember the hash slinging slasher?
and it is you, 5, and Elizabeth, I believe, are all in this place together.
Excellent.
Who
Elizabeth.
is still weak?
Forget about Elizabeth.
Don't forget about
She's-
Elizabeth,
But
aka
technically
Matt.
a medic.
forget about-
Technically a medic. Let's
Yeah. But yeah,
expendable medic.
you guys
Raven.
are in this room. I mean, there are other things to look at in this room if you guys choose to look at it. But you guys are basically in the foyer of this house. We'll call it. And you do hear the mechanical sounds of something else going on in the background. You recognize that you are not alone.
Well, seeing
Oh.
as it's dark, Captain Erd is immediately going to light his torch.
Perfect.
Who loves lighting torches?
I love lighting torches.
That
I
is
wish I
our
had a
MO.
flaming sword. You know, if you want to
Yeah, your
run
flaming
things
sword
out as a torch.
did go out.
Yeah, that
But
was
Hey, Tydox, can you put my torch or put my sword on fire again? It was might be a good little torch to have.
I mean, possibly if we find ourselves in danger again, but I kind of wanted to look around for a minute and make some way for us to maybe identify where the door was. So, Maddie, is there stuff around that Tydox could pick up, like little bubbles? The idea is to we're not. You have a torch. Yes.
roll either an investigation or a perception on what you
Okay.
can find within the room itself, and then tell me what you're kind of looking for, and I'll tell you.
Roll investigation. So, yikes. Oh, that's not too bad. So 22 on investigation.
So
But
20,
I'm really just looking for some tiny little things because I want to use magical tinkering to make like a light source.
It's a flashlight.
so with
Not
a
a flash.
22, I'll kind of set up the scene again. So you see a pile of like very malnourished elves that are all dead at this point, seemingly dead. But you've seen elves before. And these ones are quite a bit smaller, not only just stature but also physically smaller. A lot of what you see within this is like a kitchen. So you could see like cooking supplies, like knives and stuff like this. You do see that there are like small, like wooden soldiers, like a mechanical, like wooden horse, very miniature that swings and rocks.
Okay.
You see like what amounts to like a carriage, but this one has wheels, and it looks kind of well. Most carriages have wheels, but it's a carriage that's like looks more like a car, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Ours was a sled. That's why I said this one has wheels.
Yeah.
Looks like a Model A.
Yeah,
Malay. All right.
that's like a
Um,
Ford T, you know, very older style.
Were there? So most of the bric-a-brac in here is made of wood, or is something that's made of a metal?
Wood with a slight iron piece to it. So like bracing on the
Okay.
horse itself is iron. The toy soldiers have iron in their hands, but mostly a wooden-esque thing. Remember, the house itself is a wood-adjacent material
Yeah.
as well.
So Tydox is going to take my magical tinkering says imbue tiny non-magical object, magical property of your choice. And the goal of this is to kind of put a marker down to like have a 5-foot radius of light and then just drop it near the entrance. I can make 5 of these, and I was trying to go for something that's metal so that if for some reason this place were to go up in flames, maybe a metal thing would still lead us out.
Yeah.
if it didn't burn up.
So, yeah, would you want to describe kind of? We'll say they're toy soldiers who can come alive, basically.
Okay. So I think the Tyducks would have gathered. I'm gonna a couple of, we'll say 5. Fuck it, just all 5. I've never used magical tinkering ever. So he gathers 5 of them and he kind of imbues them with a little bit of. I'm not sure what, we haven't talked about this yet, so I'm not sure what would make it glow. But after he kind of does put some work into it, I can only assume that it's kind of like he slapped a battery pack on them and just made them illuminate, right?
Yeah.
So we drop one of the toy soldiers like at the entrance, and you said it had a sword. So I'm kind of pointing the sword at the door. So you have like a little toy soldier sitting at the, like, pointing towards the door.
Yeah.
That we just came from.
So, what you see is a soldier come alive, basically, like a real life thing. He gives you a salute and he walks to his place, and then he holds up his sword, and his sword glows a like holy black flame, just like he did to Ert. So you see that his sword catches on fire and is facing the direction of the door. How far away do each of these go?
So it's only it illuminates for 5 in a 5-foot radius.
Gotcha. So you see them in basically a circle, go into a little area, and they give you
So
a 5 foot radius.
I was hoping we could drop one of them here, right?
Oh, you
And
want
we
to do a
like a
path?
little
Yeah, that's
beacon.
what I was asking.
Yeah, like a
before.
path. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do like a little path. We'll have one of them pointing its sword towards the door, so that if we have the opportunity to run really fast out of here, then we'll know where to go.
Know where to go? Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
the idea.
So they basically line up in a path, all pointing towards each other, all pointing towards the way to go. Okay.
While Tidok is doing all that work, I'm just going to pick up like a random stick and cast light on it.
Yeah, you see this like Jared. You see this like a magical innovation, like something that's far beyond the technological advances of like what you're used to. You know, most people, and then you just kind of grab a torch or you grab a light and just bling,
Yeah, cast
boom.
light on it. This one goes up to 20 feet.
And yours is slightly bigger than his. Ert, what were you gonna say?
Have I seen these elves before? Do I recognize these weird elves?
These elves, you've seen elves before. I mean, especially because of your past. I mean, you've definitely. These elves look to be very malnourished, and maybe not necessarily an offshoot of an elf, but you look like they look like they're inbred elves that have basically been captivated here for a long time of what amounts to inbreeding. Most elven culture, elves, especially in the nations, have kids about every 100 years or so. It's like a big ritual. It's a big like thing. These elves, there are way too many of them. First off, for there to be like this, and they all look very similar in age. So it looks like they've been just like fucking, and having babies
Demonetized.
all the time. We're past a minute.
Yeah, we're at 14 minutes. We're good.
We're
Yeah,
good. Then I don't know. After realizing that and seeing this, and he's like, these don't look like normal elves. Is divine sense super noticeable?
it can be depend on what you want. Most of the time, we've flavored it as like your eyes change a different color.
I like
So usually you have like an amber chromatic dragon eye. So it would just change a slightly different color if you want to see.
I'm gonna do that.
Would you like to cast divine sense? So divine sense again for those, it says to find for good and bad or evil. A lot of times it's people view it or try to view it as morality. It is always celestial versus abyssal. So you see an egregious amount of abyssal energy in this area. Like so
Abyssal's
much.
bad, right?
Yeah, that's again morally
Abyssal is demonic.
demonic evil.
Abyssal is
That's why.
demonic.
That's why I always try to do the clarification beforehand, because a lot of people just want to see like, are good things happening or bad.
Which you literally said seconds before, and he then immediately said, "It's bad, right?" Fuck.
Abyssal
Why
is
racist against tieflings, huh?
Yeah.
Tieflings.
very
All demons
demonic,
bad, huh?
very devilish, because both of them fit in that abyssal category. This is more closer to demonic than anything else.
So then after realizing that, Captain Ert would probably go out to the group and says, "Guys, there's a you said demonic or abyssal? What'd you say?
Abyssal.
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 Guys,
Also,
there's a lot of abyssal energy going on here. Is it coming directly from the low elves?
the elves, a lot of the energy, a lot of that pathway going out there, and something else to know. Jared himself has abyssal, almost like radiant off of him. All of you guys have somewhat abyssal on you as well, but Jared for sure is a little more elevated than anybody else.
Interesting.
Again, just so everyone
Could be good,
knows,
could be bad, but
abyssal does
he's already
not
on the.
mean bad. It means
Did Ert express that to the
demonic.
party?
or
The
devil.
only thing Ert expressed is he's keeping Jared silent, but the only thing Ert expressed is that he notices that there is a lot of abyssal energy in this room coming from the elves and then further along the path that we're going, supposedly.
Okay. Oh, abyssal. That's usually associated with the devil realm. Coincidentally enough, I believe High Priest Yosef used some of that abyssal energy on all of us.
Yeah,
I mean,
Loden. And Cho, I think, just walks away at this point and is looking at the elves while you guys are conversing. And he wants to see how the elves actually died.
I have gathered
yeah.
up the.
You roll a perception or investigation. It's a very low roll, but
do it anyways.
It's a
Are they
5.
dead?
Cho's so perceptive. He's like, yeah, they're dead.
five gets the basic information. There's
He's
a little
like,
more
"That's an
information
engine."
that you could have probably gotten, but it looks as though that they're how to describe this without getting demonetized. Their self.
I don't
has
actually make
been-
money on this.
Oh no, I'm just kidding. I just was gonna say it, and before Ert laughs at it, but basically, it looks like their being has been sucked out of them. Like, basically, the juices, the liquid within them, has been squeezed out, and they look. Not only would they look more like, they're
Like they've been
smaller.
They've been
embalmed.
in stature.
mummified.
Yeah.
They look
Like
like
a deflated balloon.
Beef jerky.
their soul has been ripped out of them, and something has like gnawed on them to
They're a
suck
dried
out
husk.
the juices. They're like a dried husk for sure.
Like a homunculus.
Y'all ever seen like when a rat gets chopped in the walls and then it just gets stuck there and it's like all dried out? That's what these like guys, little critters look like. Kind of weird. Yeah. So abyssal energy. And Cho like pretends like he knows what abyssal means, and he's just like, "Yep, that makes sense to me."
Yeah, the key that you guys did mention is that Joseph has put some sort of abyssal energy on you guys while
You
it
put a
radiates.
spell on me.
You guys have found it out in the
because
other
we're
temple,
his.
but it's been a little bit.
So at this point, I think Tydox would gather 4 of the 5 soldiers, so that if we run into another little, fork in the road, we can tell us where to go. So we leave one soldier pointed that way, and I gather him up and say, "Well, we really don't have much choice. So, shall we go?"
Sounds good to me.
I'll
Cho's
go ahead
already
and
left.
take-
Sorry to walk.
Yeah.
He has a little soldier kind of walking next to him, like trying to keep him, in line. But he's tiny little soldier walking right next to you, Shao.
Can I keep a torch and a shield on the same hand? Does it work that way? almost like a
Technically,
like
you can
like a
make.
shield would be here, and then like hold my torch kind of thing. Does it work that way or no?
Technically, most shields you have like a little brace that you hold on to that's like here, and you get shields that like would clip onto your hand itself to have the freedom to use your hand. Okay, so
Then
to be more effective with this, I would say I'd probably take one AC off because you get two ACs with your shield. If you want to use your shield and hold the thing, I'll split it. So I'll drop one AC of your thing because it's not as effective of a shield holding onto it.
what? We gonna say something? Tydox.
Ooh, who's gonna say something?
You say something?
No, Tydox wasn't gonna say anything, but player Tony was probably gonna yell at you. But you
Why?
can do whatever you want.
Well, because I wanted to have my sword in one hand. You know what? Let me just do this. I'm gonna have. Can I just have my torch in one hand and my sword in this one?
Okay. Well, if you do that, you lose both the effects of the shield, so you lose
Yeah, that's
two.
fine. So
We
I have
don't all have
minus
to have a
2
light.
AC. I want a light.
Did Jared say that? Because I think he should say that.
Jared made big light.
Jared made
How
big
big's the
light.
light?
Big light.
20
It's
You know-
feet.
Get up front
20
there.
feet.
Big-
20 feet of bright light, 20 feet of dim light, so 40 feet total.
40 feet total, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that's pretty bright.
He's-
Well then.
That's a bright light.
And
I
some
can
of you guys have
literally-
dark vision. They
Yeah.
can
So
still
big.
see further on.
Shaka
I can
cannot
give
see, and he
anyone
does
dark
not care.
vision.
Yeah, Show's like already gone.
Mhm.
He's-
Show's walking on a wall.
Show's
He just-
operating off
he
of the
doesn't
dim
care.
light right
I
now
will
because
use my
he's like, don't
ears
care.
and my senses.
It's
Daredevil out here.
I imagine Show is also very calm in this situation too, and he's just like, you know, lights turn out. This is what happens. You know?
He's getting weird, like sense of like deja vu of when we're back in like he's like dead bodies, weird tinkerings.
no.
I was like,
Don't say it.
Tydox's relative in. I don't know. He strikes again, and that's
Yeah.
just what's going on in his mind. It's like,
Wilhelm.
yeah,
Well,
I'm not
he's
going
done
down
it
the
again.
basement. That's all I know.
We need a Wilhelm scream.
I don't know if I have one.
I'll add it in post.
I'll add it in. Yeah, so if you guys want, there it is what looks like one long hallway of darkness that Show has seemingly started to walk down. Do you guys continue to
Follow
follow? Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll keep following Show.
This is also the direction in which that light had turned on and then turned off. So you guys continue to walk in. As you guys are going, you hear the like scratches, the sound of like tiny little hammers that have now gone silent because it was like a very mechanical, like workshop heavy environment. Has now gone silent, and now you just hear like scraping. You hear breathing very heavily. You hear things like drooling. As you guys walk into a very dark room with the light, though, you begin to see things flutter around and move out of the distance. That's the first thing. The next thing you notice as you walk in is that there are looks like gifts, things that are boxes that are there, and there looks like there's a gigantic tree in the middle that is has like been turned off. One tree's growing in the middle of the house. Feels weird, but that's the thing you see.
Witchcraft.
Are there any name tags on the gifts?
Yeah, there are name tags. As you look at it, you see it says from the toy maker. His name looks like it's scratched out of existence, so it looks like it's some gibberish language that you don't understand. And then the top part, it says to, and then another language that you don't understand. Actually, sorry, you speak Elvish, so you definitely understand
yeah.
both of those. So it is, yeah, both two basically what amounts to like Timmy and from his name is Nicholas.
Timmy Nicholas.
So from Nicholas to
Makes sense.
like a kid's name, Timmy, Jimmy, Billy. So it looks like it's for a kid.
Is there one for a Jared?
You see one for a Jared, not spelled the exact same as the way yours is spelled, not Gerod, but you see one that's Jaryd.
I'm sure it's a misspelling.
Do you open it?
I'll shake it.
You shake
Give it a little
it.
shake.
Okay, yeah. You hear a little rattling within it.
I'll just pick it up. I'll hold on to it.
That's good. That's good. I like it.
Before we get too far down here, and maybe stumble into something that, has teeth, is there anybody that needs a bit of first aid before we go too far?
Here, have some of these tequila shots, and I'm gonna cast aid level 3 on me, Jared, and Tydox. So that gives
You
you
mean to kill your shots?
to kill your shots. Yeah, that gives you 10 HP, and your max HP goes up by 10 for 8 hours.
Oh shit!
So if you want to heal yourself
man.
above max health, you are able to.
Tequila shots do give me aid.
Tequila shots would give me not. It would be like, well, that's negative 15 points. Actually.
You're done. Yep.
Cho walks over to Captain Ert and kind of like elbows him, and he's like, "Why don't you ask Dr. Elizabeth what she thinks? Maybe get her opinion. Women, they like when you ask them things about things, get their opinion on stuff."
Elizabeth, who's like 3 feet from you
Away.
guys.
Yeah, exactly.
You just look back at her. She just like waves.
Cho's like very like, hi.
Opinion on what? Opinion on what? I say in
don't
a low
know.
growl.
The malnourished elves that we don't know anything about. Maybe this might be up her alley. Ask the elf. Maybe elf stuff might be a good idea.
And then I'll kind of like, Captain Ert's like, he's not showing any emotion, but in his head he's like, it's probably not a bad idea. And so he's gonna slowly just take a nice little jaunt over to Elizabeth, and then he's gonna ask her, have you seen anything like this before in your travels and treating of many patients?
Did you give me just a flat charisma check?
Charisma. Does that mean do my modifiers go in there?
Yeah. So flat just means that you don't get a bonus to it at all. It's just whatever so you have a +3 to it.
It's 10.
10. She kind of likes the way that you turn around. You kind of notice that she gives a little smile as you walk up, and she's like, "Oh, the elves. All I know from elves is the nobles, at least, they breed every 100 years, so the population is still big, and we live for. Well, we never die by age. Whatever happened to those? It's hard to call them elves, but creatures. Something vile certainly did that. I wouldn't understand what would have happened, but darkness is all I can see from that. And this place gives me the creeps, but it's better than the snow monsters that were trying to kill everyone.
Do elves have dark vision?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she can see fine within this.
Then, as a kind gesture, can I give Elizabeth my shield and the torch?
Yeah.
Actually, I have another sword. Can I give Elizabeth one of my swords? I have 2 swords.
You can certainly give her a sword in whatever you want to give her. I'll write it down.
Okay. Because I have 2 swords. So I'm gonna give Elizabeth and like I don't know if she can even use it or not, but I was like,
Shell puts on his captain's hat again, and he's like, "My work here is done. Good day at work."
Yeah.
Walks away again.
Yeah.
Case
so that
solved.
I
You
guess
hand-
I guess
you
just
hand
to
her a sword and shield, right? And a
how's that
torch.
And a shield?
no,
Or
just
an
I'll just
extra sword.
I just have an extra sword, and I'll just do that. I'll give her
Okay.
I don't need to give her all that. I'll just give her my extra sword and say,
What kind of
"Well,
sword is it?
I think it's just a regular longsword. Let me see in my inventory.
Perfect.
Yeah, just regular longsword, nothing crazy. And then and then I'll talk to Elizabeth and say, look, hopefully you don't have to use this. Just stay behind me. But if anything crazy goes down, at least you have some way to protect yourself.
He's like, "Oh, thank you," and then immediately it drops to the ground. She's a very
'Cause-
frail, small woman. She holds it, then picks it back up, on the side. She's like, "Certainly, I will at least throw it at someone."
Erd's so dense he doesn't realize it. Probably not a good idea, but
That
it was a
she's
kind
probably
gesture.
never have used a sword in her life.
It is that he's like,
She's a doctor.
I did good.
Yeah, you walk away from her. She like smiles at you.
Shell also thinks he did good. Like he's also like, "What else would a woman want but a sword?" He's like, "Yeah."
Joe approves of that.
Show proofs. Yeah, Elizabeth like hold it. It's like digging. It's literally like you hear it dragging as you guys are walking. And she's like trying to be nice and hold on to it. She's again frail. She's super weak from the you guys saving her from the were-rabbit attack. So she's like just like, all right, well, and she's just like, gods, I think I might die here. Under her breath as you guys walk away.
Alright, and then
But
I
yeah.
guess I'll probably just continue moving forward. I don't know if
Can we tell how far we've come? Like how close to the end of this hallway or blinking light we may be?
You guys are on the edge of it. You guys have walked into the room already, so you're at the corridor of the very beginning of the room, probably 5 or so feet. And in this room, it looks to be massive.
so.
Once
Is
again,
there
the biggest thing you see is the giant tree in the middle.
anything special with this tree besides just all the presents?
There
Because
are
is there anything
presents-
else in this room? Is it
There are
just a
presents
tree?
underneath this tree
Uh-huh.
that are separate from the ones that Jared had grabbed. There are there's stuff on it. It looks like decorations of some sort, with a gigantic star on the top of it. The other things that you guys definitely, that's what you see within this dark room. The other things that you hear is again that breathing, as he's kind of like silent, got quiet. You hear the scraping. You can also assume is Elizabeth dragging the longsword around, but the scraping has gotten louder, and there are no other lights within this place. It's very dark. You see some. If you guys want, I'll let you guys roll more of an investigation roll to see kind of more clues within the thing. If you guys are planning on walking around, but just know there are other things that could happen if you guys just wander in this place.
I was gonna try and find out where that scraping was coming from.
Can we
Yeah.
tell like what direction it's
have-
coming from?
Yeah.
It is what looks to be on the other side of this huge room that you're in. It looks like it's coming from that side, and if you get closer to that sound, if you guys continue to get closer, you hear the gnashing of teeth, and you
What is gnashing
hear
of teeth?
when you're imagine like a medieval TV show where they're like gnawing on like meat, and like really like the noises that sound, and
Like the
it sounds
Bayharbor
like
Butcher?
it sounds like something's eating something in front of you guys, and the scratching and the thing has now stopped, but the sounds of someone eating, liquid falling down.
So does my my divine sense feel that, see that?
It is.
You have to use it again.
I
Do
think
I?
it only lasts a certain.
Yeah, it's like a one time. You
Yeah.
ping it. It's like a
Uh-huh.
ping. So you pinged it in the last room, and you could use it again. You have multiple uses of it.
Yeah.
And just so we all are aware, I put a
Yep.
toy soldier pointing down that hallway.
It says to the end of my turn. So is that? So then yeah,
Your
I guess.
turn is 6 seconds. So
Okay. So then I guess can I use
out
it
of combat,
again?
it's basically just like a one thing. Yeah. If you use it, you see the most amount of abyssal energy basically on the other side of that. You see that all of the abyssal energy looks like it's pouring into that area. So everything that has been like around, aside from you guys and Jared, it looks like there's like a third or second type of abyssal energy. You can kind of see the difference between the two. They look like two different abyssal energies from you guys and Jared. You guys all have the same abyssal energy, just to clarify. And then a second one has pulled. It looks like that same one that you had been following from like the elves all around the building itself. And it looks like it's all just like flowing towards that other side of the room.
Then after seeing and realizing that, Captain would probably say out to the group, like, and as he's doing this, guys, I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of energy going right here across their room. And then like as I'm saying that, I'll probably like kind of pull out my sword, just in case, and then I'll have my shield ready in a like kind of a blocking position. I'd have to put my torch away. Um,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you would.
I have to put my torch away, but I let everyone know like I don't know what's going on in here, guys, but something doesn't feel right.
So, like, would do we I guess like so when he does divine sense, is that it's basically just demonic or like
It's
but like
Celestial.
what like but would you know like you know how there's like the celestials and the devils, would we know that it's like a specific devil or anything like that, or is it just like the energies like abyssal, I guess?
well, it says I can detect good and evil.
So, good and evil, what it means, it's the worst named spell in the world. Okay. Because it means, a lot of people think it means morality. It means I can see good things that are happening or bad things that are happening. It always means celestial versus abyssal. Now, the demons and devils are both abyssals. Devils are technically fiends,
Okay.
but they're an offshoot of abyssals. So, the way
Devils
I was
can be good, though,
describing
right?
it to, or devils can be
Okay.
good. Devils are lawful. Abyssals are chaotic. Okay, meaning devils have order. They have.
Make a contract. They will adhere to the terms of the contract.
Yeah.
Hey, society.
Like,
Gotcha.
like Satan.
You can't
The
tell
devils
the
abyssal.
difference. You can't tell the difference between the two. As in, you don't know, or Urt specifically, because he's never seen a devil, he's never seen a demon. He would have no idea the knowledge between the two of them. So for Urt, though, it is clear that there are two separate entities of energy in this area. That part is Satan. Now, is one energy abyssal? Is one energy, devil? Urt has no idea. So that's why I described it that way. But he does see that there are two separate, the same energy that is like been pouring all over this place is separate from the energy that surrounds you guys and Jared, that's heavier in Jared.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
And Urt is the only one that sees that specifically.
You think,
Yeah.
or do
Sorry.
you think we're getting like closer to something?
It definitely feels that way. I mean, all the gnawing and noises that we hear, and there's a big energy over there. I just can't see anything.
Is there any preparations we should make as a party?
Attack.
I'm gonna cast. Well,
I guess if that's the case.
You
Well,
better
I
not
guess,
tell Sho that, because she'll just run in there.
I don't know. I mean, if you can make my sword flaming again, that'd be pretty nice.
I do know Jared, but so before he will say before we charge, and I know I kind of missed my opportunity, but I did want to give out. I had some cookies I made in the ship while we were on the boat. since everyone was giving gifts earlier, you'll give 2 cookies out. You'll give
Jared
one.
also still has his gift just in his hand
Yeah.
that says Jared.
Show munches it down like he stuffs that in his face so fast.
You get 3 temporary hit points from a cookie, and then I'll give one other cookie out to Hydox.
I
Good
get
choice.
3 temporary.
Do I get more than if I'm at max? Do I get more?
You get
Yep.
temporary hit points.
So it
So
We
temp
have-
hit points goes beyond your max,
Okay,
and
cool.
it goes out before your actual hit points.
Like a little
But-
shield.
okay. I
Yeah.
don't. Hold on. So you give me temporary hit, like the cookie gives temporary hit points.
Just
one
3.
cookie or 2 cookies?
3.
Yep.
And if you already have 10 hit points, it adds on to it.
It will add on to them.
Oh.
Okay. All right then.
Show is like munching on it, and he's just like, "These are real good, Jared. You did a good job with these."
Thank you. They had a
And,
lot of ingredients on the ship.
Yeah, those were
Tydox
some
uses
rich
emboldening
bitches.
bond. Rich bitch. He uses emboldening bond for me, and Show.
What's emboldening bond?
So emboldening bond is you're getting a D4 to add to an attack roll, ability check, or a saving throw for the next 10 minutes.
Oh,
You have to be within 30 feet of Tydox,
that's no
which
problem.
which is why
That's a
the
problem.
2 range characters didn't get that.
Don't worry, that's no problem. I'll hit everything.
He will.
Perfect.
Yeah. If we're just straight buffing stuff, I think I am also gonna use a level 1 moves on myself.
Cool.
Right.
You use a med pack basically to heal you up.
Right.
In that moment while you're doing that, you guys are getting ready, kind of all looking at each other. You guys notice that you can no longer hear the stuff that's going on. The gnawing, the sound of whatever was eating has disappeared.
I'm sure that's fine.
I think with the noise changing, I think Show starts looking like up and around to see if he can see where it's like moved to.
Cam Mertz also kind of, because he feels this abyssal energy. He'd be doing the same as Show.
It is now getting dangerously close to you. It looks like it is above.
Art's still next to me, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
He's like, let me get 30 feet
as
away
he's
from
looking
it.
around, as he's looking around, I'm gonna light his the sword on fire. And say,
And as you do that, everyone roll initiative.
Heck yeah, brother!
As he gave us ample time to just pad our stats. Ow! I'm so stressed.
As you
Come on,
guys do
baby.
that, I'll describe the scene, but give
Oh
me
shit! Not terrible.
everybody that rolled 20 or higher. 15 to 20. Okay, what?
16.
15.
Blessed.
Okay, so
I
Show.
want to be first. It makes
Hey,
sense.
guys,
10 to
Game and
15?
lore.
Say it
Thought
again.
the 1 for a second.
I
10,
had
10 to
10.
15.
I also have 10.
We have 6 fingers.
Fritos or Raven, sorry, I think you have a higher.
My dexterity's
Mine's
at negative
plus
1.
2
So
for. Or I don't.
So
What is it? based on?
Raven,
Dex,
Jared
you're,
Dex.
you beat me.
Oh, Dex.
Tydox,
Yeah, Dex is plus 2.
Jared,
Negative 1. So you're good.
and Jared, yours is at 10 as well.
Yeah.
So you actually go before me.
Jared goes before you guys.
It's alright.
I'm still at the bottom.
Yeah.
I did pretty
You're
good on
not.
that one.
You're not at the bottom. Elizabeth is at the bottom.
Oh, good.
No, she ain't.
She rolled a 4.
It's a power bottom.
She
She rolled very low and has very terrible stats. Perfect. Okay, so this is the order. It goes Ert, Show, Jared, Raven, Tydox, Elizabeth. At least that's your order. Okay,
Huh.
you guys ready? The
Of course.
you guys sit there. You light up
Um,
Ert's blade and
and he
in
gets
the light.
2d6.
2d6 is what
It's a
you add on top.
2d6.
Dang.
Ert, I'm gonna switch. We have a. This isn't exactly what I thought of in my head, but this is solely just to put pieces on the board for Tydox because I know, I know he wants
Space.
it. So.
There's no Christmas tree. I'm not immersed anymore. This is bull.
I'm sorry. I forgot to remind our creative designer about the workshop. She did create a bunch of other maps, which are very helpful, but we both forgot about
Wow.
this one.
B minus.
This was supposed to be last week. We were gonna do it in the head anyways, but as you do this, the light goes up and you see the face of a red goat type monster. So it's got goat horns. It has wings, very sharp claws, a tail, and has the legs of a goat.
It's Satan Claus.
And we're gonna put him right here.
Chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
And that government
Okay.
agent pops
It's
out of
just
nowhere.
right there. Exactly.
So you're right in
Watch your
front of him.
mouth.
I'm gonna put the rest of you guys on the board. You guys pick
Oh,
where
Jared's
you guys want to
huge.
be. I don't know why Jared.
Just like
he
his
always
ego.
comes.
Just
He always
pops.
comes
He's
in
plump.
massive.
You better open that present mid-battle. Just throw it at him. It's like a little Lego.
I put you guys kind of like this. You can put yourselves wherever. Ert, you're the only one that's locked into position, so the rest of you guys can move
Blessed.
wherever you want. And then. I don't want to put that in there yet. There's one more other thing that might pop up.
Pop it up, pop it up.
But you see this gigantic monster basically coming down at you. Ert, your AC, he goes first. He hits you. He has 3 attacks as well, so I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on. What did he roll?
What did he roll? He
Oh.
rolled a 16.
What? My armor class is 16.
Isn't your
'Cause I
armor
have
class
shield.
14? Oh,
Meets
with
it.
your shield. Meets it, beats it still, though.
Meets it. So he wins though, right?
So he still hit you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't like that.
No shit.
Tough love. He hits you for 21 points of damage with all
Aw,
3
damn.
of his attacks.
All right. Let's see. Temp. So hold on. What's 21 minus 4?
17.
Now I just gotta take 17 damage. Okay. Last.
Okay.
I think
Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Me?
Yeah.
Fuck me. That fucked me real bad. Was that I rolled a 3?
You are
You have a
now
D4.
grappled.
Wait, hold on. He has a D4
Oh,
because
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
saving throw.
Yeah.
He's-
Roll your d4 on a
Oh.
3.
He has to do it, otherwise he's never gonna remember.
Well, I got
Yeah.
a 1, so.
So 4 still fails.
Fucking-
You are grappled and thrown up into the air.
Okay.
Okay, so you are now in the air with your sword and things. Imagine you have been wrapped by a tail and have been thrown into the sky. Ert, it is now your turn. You are grappled. All that means is that you have attacks are at advantage against you. And that it takes half your movement to stand up. You can use a strength check to get out of it, an acrobatics to try to get out of it. I will tell you that the DC is 18.
So can I still attack even
You
though
still
I'm
attack.
grappled?
Yep.
So am I like flying up in the air,
You're
or
flying
am I like?
in the air, and you get your attacks are at disadvantage because you're in the air.
Oh, but my attacks are disadvantaged because I'm in the air. Okay.
Yeah.
Then
Still better than 0 attacks, is all I'm saying.
Then I guess I should probably try and get out of my grapple. I don't know how it works. I guess Cat Merch's gonna try and un-airify himself.
You can use an athletics or a acrobatics to try to get out.
I can't use the
So,
strength.
It's the same roll. Strength is your athletics, you get that +4,
Oh, okay.
or acrobatics is a +0.
18 plus 4.
You beat it.
So 22.
All right. So you wiggle out of it. You fall to the ground. You take 1d10 of damage as you flop to the ground.
I can't attack on the way down?
You can certainly attack. It's at disadvantage though as you're flying down.
Okay.
But you can attack as you go down. You take 5 points of falling damage.
No, I got. Or do you? Oh, you rolled it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, blessed. So 5 points. Okay. 5 damage. Okay.
Okay. Now, do you try to attack or do anything?
Oh yeah, Urt's pissed. Urt's gonna attack, right, meow?
Okay, cool. So, from you falling, or do you wait till you hit the ground?
I'll wait till I hit the ground.
Cool.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Because I figured that makes more sense. I don't get disadvantage.
Yeah.
Could use the power of gravity.
And then that's what I was thinking too. So roll for attack, right?
Yep.
Okay, so roll for attack. Oh my god, that was an awful one. I doubt this one hits, but I do get 2 attacks per action. So this one was 3
What was it?
plus 11 total.
Does not hit.
Yeah. And
You have a D4 to add to
Oh,
your
yeah.
attack rolls.
well, we'll try this one instead. So what's 7 plus 8 plus 4?
7 plus 8 plus 4, 15, 19. 19 does hit.
Okay.
You can also roll to see if you hit that +4 on your 11 as well.
So if you add a D4 to your 11, roll your D4 again.
Okay. Roll my d4 again. So why am I doing this? Rolling a d4 again?
Because
It's-
you're next to Tydox with Emboldening Bond, so on attack rolls you get attack rolls, ability checks, saving throws. You get to add a D4.
A D4 too.
I rolled 4.
Okay, you still miss.
So I didn't hit him at all?
So
you
your
hit him. You hit him with the
hit
19, but you missed
Oh,
with the
okay.
15.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
just with the 15.
Dang.
Well, now
Okay,
we know.
so
And your
that
sword
means-
is on fire as well.
yeah. So then, I think so. If I hit him then I only have my because I have a shield in one hand. So it's a 1d8 plus 5.
Yep.
1d8, which is this one, plus 5. So that is 7.
Okay, and
Plus
then
5.
2d6 is your fire. Oh, 7 was the roll itself, or 7 plus 5
No, I got 7 was my,
on the die, so 12.
and then
And
but
then 2d6
Can-
for fire damage.
but can I also, as a bonus action, can I also use one of my abilities?
Mhm.
Like I'm trying to figure out which one. I think Wrathful Smite, or I'm trying to figure out which one I think. Wrath
So
or
Divine Smite, it might be also the 2024 rules. They changed the way paladins work, and that you have to use a bonus action. We're not playing like that. It just costs a spell slot. Every attack you can use a Divine Smite.
Hell yeah. Better
So
for
then-
you.
I think Divine Smite is better than Wrathful Smite. I don't know what kind of damage is this. This is psychic damage. So yeah, I'm gonna do Divine Smite then.
Okay.
So plus 2d 8 extra radiant damage.
Yep.
Crap, I'm already losing track of how much damage.
So you have 12 was the first one.
Okay.
Okay.
And then so 2d8. So 6.
And you get an extra plus d8 because he's
Okay.
a fiend.
So 6, 2, and where did I
Still
go?
need 2d6.
7.
So 7 on top of your. Did you cast the Divine Smite at level 1 or?
Oh yeah, I did a level 1 because. Oh, I have more. Oh yeah, I
You
just
do
did a
it
level
at-
1 slot.
You can do it at a level 2 as well, but.
I just did the level 1 slot.
Okay, so it should be 3d8
Okay.
plus 12. So what'd you hit on your d8?
I think I got. What did I say? 8, 7, 2 is the total.
So
And then you still need
29
2d6.
damage.
Plus what? My d6s.
You need 2d6s for your flaming sword.
Okay, 2d6s from the sword. So 5. And
This is the
1.
paladin's job, everyone. Up
Some
him.
heavy, some heavy hitters.
Trust. Just keep fucking rolling.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh wait,
And
I
then
forgot.
what was the flame damage?
5 and 1, 6.
6. Okay.
Last thing, cause I
God.
forgot, I have Savage Attacker, so I could technically reroll my very
Yeah.
first attack.
Yeah.
Which is what, a D8 I think it was.
Yep.
What was my OG D8? What did I say it was?
It was
A
a 7 and she had 12 on the first thing, so 7. So it's probably a 1 and a 6 if you did it, or a 2 and a 4, or a 2 and a 5.
So then I just reroll my D8 twice, right? See if I get higher than that.
The Savage Attacker, for those that are confused, basically, if he rolls a 1 or a 2 on his damage die itself, he can
Seven.
re-roll that another time and take either roll.
Well, I actually got the same exact damage roll, so it doesn't matter. I got 7.
That doesn't matter. Cool.
You tried.
Perfect.
I tried.
Hell of a
but I
job for
remembered.
remembering. That was a
So
that
how
was
much
a
damage?
mechanical heavy turn. Fuck yeah.
It was.
You hit him for. I'll describe it basically. You go, you know, get collapsed out of his thing. You fall to the ground. You take your movement to stand back up, and then
It's pissed.
you are pissed. Your flaming sword at your hand. You go and you stab this thing, and describe your divine smite. I don't know if you've described it or said it. How because your oath is for the king. I don't remember exactly the name of the subclass right now.
The crown.
I think it's
crown.
Oath of the Crown.
Oath of the Crown, yeah. So it's not necessarily God related, but what does your divine smite kind of look like?
I guess I've never really done it before, but I guess what ended up happening is when Captain Urt goes in to stab the demon, I forget. I think it's 7 other swords appear around the one he does, and then immediately stab this demon right at the same time. So
I
his
love
Urt goes, "What?" And then you see 7 swords, and then, poof, and then now you have all 7 of those swords hit him
Stick
all
into-
at the same time.
Perfect. And so when you stab him initially, you notice that like it's a big thrust into his like trap. Doesn't do a lot of damage.
Oh.
But when the 7 other swords come in, it hits that spot in a way that blows apart his like trap in this like ooze. Now, the other part of this that you see when this happens, so it like does this huge chunk of damage when you hit him with the radiant. When you use your flaming sword, part of his that wound heals up right at the end of it. So those are things you notice within stabbing this thing itself. That is your turn. Show you are up.
Wait, how much damage did I do total
It is hard to say. 58 plus 6, 52-ish damage.
Is what I did to that thing?
Yeah.
Holy!
Well, did you hear?
Yeah,
Did you hear the math?
I picked it up.
Okay.
He didn't do anything though. The first time he hit something and it looked fine.
I knew it was too good to be
This
true.
demon look fine.
Oh, the radiant damage itself hurt this thing really bad. It is pissed. But the initial hit didn't do anything.
Gotcha.
That's why I said it's hard because I have to.
How far up in the air is this thing?
About 10 feet.
And like it's like hanging on, or is it like?
It looks
floating,
like
or
it is holding onto the tree itself. If you were to look at it,
holding on?
so its legs are wrapped around the tree, and
How big are its feet? Would you say?
it's a 10-foot, 15-foot monster. Its feet are probably about 16 to 18 inches. They're hoofs for sure. They're about 4 inches deep. Hoofs.
Hoofs.
And he's definitely like he's hanging on like with his arms.
He's holding on with 2 arms on the
Uh-huh.
tree itself. He has 2 free arms, and then he has his feet are basically like holding itself. He's kind of like a spider, but he only has 6 arms or 6 limbs and a tail.
Gotcha. And a tail. And Shell would like to check to see like what's around him. I know that you already described like kind of some carriage-looking things. Is there any other like toy
That was in the other
items
room.
Uh-huh.
In this room, there are like toy mannequins. There's a bunch of like presents. Is like the big thing that you see in this room.
Okay.
Like boxes is like the biggest thing. It looks like
Like,
this room. They've
Is there like wrapping paper and ribbons in this room? Or
Yep, absolutely,
Okay.
all that.
So I think Shell is going to grab a I can't think of the word of it now, but the roll of ribbon. And I think he's just going to grab that and I think he's just gonna go try to yank him down to the ground for a grapple.
Love it. Roll me a athletics. We'll say to beat is a 23.
This was a
And you should get a
9
plus
plus
4 as
7.
well with
I don't think
Tidoc's.
I'll still get it. 9
You
plus
do get a plus 4.
7, that's only 20.
Okay, so you go to wrap onto him. 20 is
Mhm.
pretty good. And so you try to wrap onto him, and you see he grabs you as well too with the tinsel. So now you guys are in like a little tugging match, back and forth.
Okay.
You don't pull him down, but he doesn't pull you up either. But you see that you guys are. He grabs onto the rope, so now one of his 4 hands are occupied.
In a tug of war. Okay. And then I think then what Show does is then goes into a rage as he starts to get worked up as he's in this beginning of a tug of war.
Yeah.
Come
on down here, you devil.
Yeah, exactly. Like, move, boy.
All right, and then Jared, you are up next.
All right. I'm curious. Did we ever get told what the demon thing was eating?
No, but it is on the other side of the room if you want to go look at it.
Ignore combat. Go for it.
I'm a rage
go,
anyway.
go learn some things, I guess.
Strategic placement. If you've
Yeah,
got a
look.
swiping attack, we are all effed.
We can learn some valuable strategic information here. And Jared is not doing this to take some distance away from the fighting.
Tidoc's is all for spreading the healers away from the punchers.
Away from the demon and the earth.
Strategery. Facts.
Here, is that? Where's the distances?
Yeah, it's a rough board. I mean,
yeah.
you're good.
That's fine. I'm just
Probably
checking
within
that I can.
60.
Yeah, I should be fine. I'll go check. Where do I need to go?
Well, ideally, he's basically here, and it's like 60 feet behind him. But I put him right here just to give you guys a board to see people. But essentially, imagine 60 feet this way is still a warehouse, and where he's sitting is like the big tree that I talked about in the middle.
Can I take a little peek around, like maybe go down here?
Yep. And you can
Little
ignore
peeky.
the like decorations and everything else that's on this board itself. It is solely just
It's all
box.
garbage.
Yeah, it's a box of things. I did not make the map for this. Shout out Incarnate for having pre-made maps that we grabbed 10 minutes beforehand. But yeah, you can go around to the side of it. You go around to the side of it. You're carrying your box as well, as you see it. And then, yeah, what do you do when you get to the other side? Do you want to look at with your light, or?
Yeah, with my little glow stick that I also still have.
Yeah. Yeah, you run to the other side of the tree, and you notice one that this monster is huge. It's like, you know, before I didn't describe that it had 4 arms because Ert's view of it, you can only see that it had 2 arms, but for sure on this other side, you can see that it has 2 more arms that are holding on to the tree itself. It's 4 arms, 2 goat monster, big giant devil wings. You get a very good look at how menacing and evil this thing looks. And then you go out to the other side, you see a very, what looked to be a very large man. That all the rest of them, the other dead bodies, you saw that their souls were sucked out of them. This looks like its corpse was ripped open, and you see bones, a husk of things. This one looks like he ate the flesh off of the thing instead of sucking the soul out of it.
Gross.
Yeah, you see a horrifying image as you walk over to the other side. For whatever reason, you turn over and you look at it, and you see, especially to Jared, you see probably the most disgusting thing you've ever seen in real time.
Yeah, Jared has not seen a lot of. He's not seen a lot of combat.
Especially this amount of gore. Like body parts of this thing have like emptied out. You see a big old fat man who's basically whole like torso is like ripped out.
I feel like he's gonna. That's pretty cool. He's gonna vomit.
Yeah. That's cool. Do you do anything else with your turn? That's just your movement, so.
Yeah.
It's just your movement.
It's your movement and free action.
Free action to vomit, baby.
A free action to vomit.
Free action to throw up for sure.
He's gonna give a little ghost sword.
Your spiritual weapon.
Yeah, the spiritual weapon. I'll leave a little spiritual weapon for you.
You can move this wherever you want, but that'll be your.
Yeah. Right here. Look over here. Distract him. Distract him with the ghost sword. I'll do a hit. Ooh, nat 20 to hit.
Dang!
Double the weapon damage.
It's gonna divine.
At what level did you cast the spiritual weapon? Second.
That's just level 2, so it'd be 2d8.
Yeah, so 2d8 plus 5.
Oh, it could have been 4d8. 17.
Force damage specifically, right? Or is it radiant damage?
I think this is just. Hold on, let the dice get out of the way.
It says force damage. So
yeah, it's just force damage. Which doesn't do anything.
Which does
damage?
something.
How much damage did you do to him?
17.
17, perfect.
Is it 17 times 2? Because it's.
Yeah, no,
Nope.
That was already doubled. It was already doubled.
So you see this thing bounce off of his chest.
That's fine. Jared is too busy vomiting to pay attention to the fight.
Yeah. He casts this thing, and I think Spirit. I think that's just your bonus action, right?
It was a bonus action. I'll do a guiding.
You can't do 2
Spells.
leveled spells in the same turn. You can't do a cantrip.
So I have to do a cantrip. Well, I can do a holy word.
Holy word works. What word do you say to it?
I don't know my holy words.
Okay, as he's throwing up.
It's more of a
Yeah.
a
He
holy
says it while he's
word.
vomiting.
It is a holy sound.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll the
Holy
damage to
vomit.
it.
Yeah, it was a 25 to hit, so it hit.
Oh god.
And then, okay, why does it say it does 2d8 on the thing?
That's 2d8 radiant damage. So there's no like pluses or anything added to it. 8 radiant damage. He hears this thing and you hear him make a loud squeal. That
Radiant
has
vomit
done,
all over him.
that's done damage to him. You said how much was it? You said it was
8. Yep.
So
Holy vomit all over him.
perfect. Okay, cool. And you said that's your turn, right?
Hold it
That's my
up.
turn.
And you're
I
holding
vomited.
present in your hand.
Likes his strength.
Okay, so the next part of combat before,
Excuse me?
well, actually, you guys are all on the same turn. So before Elizabeth goes up, keep going.
Oh!
My God.
Raven, you're up.
All right. Show is
I've got you guys
grappled
all
right
rolled
now,
the
right?
exact same number.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Show's not grappled. No
Or
one's
Show-
grappled at this point.
Okay,
They're in a grapple like
We're in a
tug of war.
Okay.
Would
Just
we
try to
have
pull
advantage
this in.
on attacking?
No.
Or no?
No.
Okay. I mostly was gonna buff her or his check for the grapple, but if they're
He also,
not
now
able-
that he's raged, is advantage for his
Okay.
next one.
then in that
Rage
case,
me.
I am going to. Okay. So since there's nobody grappled on him, then I'm going to move over and throw a Molotov cocktail.
Perfect.
Sorry, dice fell.
Know exactly how much damage it does.
So it was a 9 to hit.
A 9 misses.
Okay.
Oh!
Nice.
Okay.
But-
From
where
your
does-
angle, still roll it.
Roll it. Okay.
Yeah. Still roll damage.
It is 14.
14. Jared, you take 14 flame damage. Area to turn around.
No.
Oh, no.
It's right over there.
Knew it.
He threw it in perfect angle. Right?
Knew it.
Whiffs this thing
My strategy.
and it hits you with it. Do you have anything concentrated? Oh, your spiritual weapons. So roll a
No.
concentration saving throw or a constitution. Yeah, saving throw. You have to beat at 10.
I rolled 9.
Your spirit weapon poofs away.
The sword.
That's what you get for not giving me a cookie.
He tossed- he
I
tossed-
could have. I still have a cookie.
he
Just kidding.
tosses this Molotov at this thing. You see that he like moves down, and the flamethrower just goes and direct impacts you, Jared. And it loses your concentration on this. Raven, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I
Raven.
can do.
Raven, I don't know if fire is the best course of action on this one.
Well, I was trying to let the tree on fire, but sorry about that one, Jared. I promise I'll make it up to you.
I'm a little drunk.
Or did your flaming sword actually heal that creature?
That's what it looked like. But I'm a little preoccupied.
Nice. Can I roll an insight to see if,
I was gonna say,
I'm
yeah,
right
but
next to it. I think Kydox would have noticed, but is there a way to be sure?
Yeah, you
Or
roll
do we
insight.
just... Okay.
Erd has a
Fine.
battle hardened.
to see if your battle hardened senses
What
Yeah.
do you roll for
correct
that
or
though? Is
not.
that perception?
What do you...
Insight as well.
It's,
you can
it's
roll it.
literally... Yeah.
Oh,
Is that
yeah, let me.
26?
It looks like it is immune to piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning, and it is it heals on fire damage.
Piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning.
It does look like radiant damage. Fuck this thing up though.
Okay. Our
and
usual
force.
method is not going to work.
Force worked?
Force as well. Force did not work. So
It didn't work, right?
it
Okay.
was it's like piercing, bludgeoning, pierce, force, anything. The only thing that would hurt it is
Like a...
you haven't seen it, but any sort of element. But,
So an element that's not fire.
Not
Or-
fire.
potentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't-
Fire heals. Everything else that you've tried so far, besides radiant, has failed.
The
I feel
only
like that
thing
needs
that
to be
seemed to have
reiterated.
had any effect was radiant damage on this thing. Our normal 1-2 punch of light everything on fire and then run away is definitely not the course of action here.
Well, then I guess I'm out of the fight.
He's like, I only got Molotovs.
Please, no more fire.
You know,
He's just
also-
holding more Molotovs. He's like,
You fucking- I gotta feel like at that moment in time, Raven's just like, well, shit. Flips the Zippo closed. He's like, what do I do?
this is
Hilarious.
bullshit. You know, he's got these matches already lit.
I guess I'll be the healer now.
Our weapons are useless against them.
It's hilarious. So, you're done.
Yeah, I'm
That's
done.
your free action. Yeah.
You're up.
Awesome. Yeah. So after that, Tadox. There's so many things. We didn't come up with anything for it. I'm gonna write it in right now.
Hold it
All right. So just so I remember. Okay. The guiding bolt is what Tydox is gonna use,
Okay.
and you see the level. I can do a level 2 because it says you hurl a bolt of light towards an enemy within range, making a ranged spell attack. I don't really know what that means, but on a hit, takes 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against it before the end of its next turn has advantage.
Mhm.
They
Got it,
that's-
bolt, dude. One spell.
But it doesn't continually affect them like
That's what
the
I
other
was
one was
gonna
like
do.
Chaos Bolt or something. I just have to keep using that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And yeah, so everybody who attacks this thing next time will have advantage because they're
And then
all
you
above
have-
my turn.
Everyone or
next-
just me?
No,
I
everyone.
think it's just
Blessed.
On the
next
next
attack
attack roll. So
So I think
yeah,
it's
it
just
does
one,
say
right?
It should
next.
be.
Just one.
It should be everybody.
everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does say made before your next turn, I guess. But
On the next attack roll made against it before the end. So the next person that's able to attack
so
it.
just
Yeah.
one. Then the very next turn. Cool.
The very
Yeah, it's
next
just
person.
one attack.
The next attack against this thing will have advantage.
Which could potentially be Elizabeth, but probably won't. So I'm gonna use that.
It better
Hey,
not be.
that's crazy, dude.
Look at him.
Can't pick up a long sword, dude.
Elizabeth.
I think she got a sword.
She's probably got a negative chance to hit. Whoa.
No, she has fucking super powerful magic, bastards.
Thought she was a healer.
She is.
Why can't she heal herself?
She's got that's a
Well,
21
She
What?
fucking
hit.
did. Man, what do you mean?
What do you
She,
She's not dead, is she?
Attacks can do a bunch of damage.
she helped herself, dude. What do you mean?
Right? So sorry. That was a 21 to hit. I'm just gonna assume that it hit.
21 does hit. Yep.
Yeah, because we established 19 hits. So
He's like, I'm just gonna assume 19 hits.
I'm just gonna assume 6,
He
3,
told us 18 hits at the beginning.
19 hits.
19. And
Dang,
he missed.
that's a big number.
6, 3,
Chonk. Chonk Betty Chonk.
9, 12, 18, 19, 19, 20. Damn, that's pretty good. So that does 20 radiant damage from 5d6s.
God
Perfect.
dang.
Second level spell slot.
Sick.
So yeah, Tydox like explains the normal attacks with our swords or fists are probably not going to do great, but whatever Urt did seemed to work. So let's piggyback off of that. No
Yeah,
fire.
You
And he
uh,
fucking, like,
you
Dude,
shoot
bro.
this giant, like light beam at him. Energy. I think we established there were energy beams, but I'm not sure.
I don't. There wasn't
remember.
anything on here for guiding bolt, but I like it. I'm gonna go with yes. It's like a
Like a stark
Iron Man chest
energy.
weight. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. Just
So you shoot this giant beam at him, and you see this radiant thing. He is pissed. Is that the end of your turn?
Yay! Nope. Because that was my action. Well, actually, shit.
Shiza.
Sorry. The- Yeah, because I can't do 2 level spells. So, yep. Tis the end of my turn.
Perfect. Okay, at the end of your turn, before Elizabeth goes, he uses his first legendary action. All of the light sources that you guys have within this area get completely nullified. He casts a magical darkness field within this little area, so even those who have dark vision are now blinded. So everybody in this field, this first thing is blinded. So you guys have disadvantage on attacks. And if you guys try to, say, swing a sword randomly, you have the chance to hit somebody else near you within this magical field.
Does that include the flaming sword?
Yep. So the flaming sword
The
goes up.
best. Yeah, I was gonna
I
put
feel
that
like we didn't
anyways.
need help with that. We were already hitting ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're in my territory now, boys.
This whole area, everything within this scope is magical darkness. That's the first thing that happens. Second thing, Jared, you're holding this box, right? This is Jared.
Yes.
Okay. Can you give me a
I
dex
sure
saving
am.
throw?
Can you give me a dex saving throw?
Wow,
Booty.
that's an 8.
An 8. You're like holding it, like I'm just assuming, just like in your hand or whatever,
Yeah, just under my arm.
under your hand. You notice that for some reason you're like trying to get comfortable. You notice that it starts to morph onto your arm.
Mm.
And you feel something chomp down on your hand itself. Um, and so now you have a mimic that is basically from this part of your arm over
My
that
present.
has chomped down on your hand.
My present that was definitely mine.
Yeah. So that's the first thing, too. And then now Elizabeth is up. Elizabeth cannot use a sword. I'm gonna be honest. She has like the lowest amount of strength of any person. She has like a 3 in strength, for example. I mean, she's very heavy for the sword. She picks it out. She's in there. She's like, God damn it, I can't see anything. And so she goes to try to like hold on to something, and she grabs your tail, Herb, and she heals you for 1d8 of damage. I don't know if you have any damage against you. You should,
I
I
do.
Oh,
think.
he did.
Yeah, I took a little bit, but not too much.
She's 8 plus 7, so 15 back.
She heal me for 15.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's a big
Baywatch
heal.
right here. That's a big
Holy-
heal. Holy,
Mm.
I needed that because that was peak.
Yeah, so she grabs you, and the warmth of her hands heal you. And that is her turn. It is now the demon's turn. So,
Real quick, before he goes,
Mhm.
I don't know if this is gonna affect anything. My sword had sap on it, so does that affect his attack?
tap is a new thing that I always forget about. Ba, 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 ba.
I just
I don't
remember
think
what
it
it
does anything.
does. Okay.
It's a freaking new thing that I have to remember about 2024. No, it doesn't do anything.
I just wasn't sure. I don't know what sap does.
You can hover over sap, like the word sap, and it'll tell you.
Does it? Is that how it works?
That's too much work.
Yeah, I should tell
Little
you.
work.
That's
Properties
a newer
versus-
thing that's on.
Isn't it imposed disadvantage?
Yeah, something like that.
This is pretty
He doesn't
useful.
attack his attack though, because his attack is not a. His claws are to hit. And since he didn't pierce him himself, that blade itself didn't do anything. It was
Okay,
the
just making
radiant
sure.
that did it. Krampus, it's his turn. Show, you've been in this tug of war thing. You suddenly feel that your side of it, you like fall back because you're pulling down really hard, and you feel that now no one is pulling on this thing. Then he appears behind Tydox.
Can we see him, or is he just?
No, it's magical
somebody up.
darkness. You don't see anything that's going on, but you are gonna for sure feel this.
Love it.
Okay. You take 12 points. You get a claw basically through your suit, into the back of your chest.
Like that at all. Is it 12 damage?
Yep.
Remember, you have those 10
Shit.
hit points.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
Gone now.
21 damage. Did I say 12?
You did say 12.
That's
Alright.
a lot different than 12.
I'm
There's a-
so sorry. At 12, I was like, there's
So
a lot
sorry.
more than 12. So sorry.
Okay.
21 damage. I'm just
21 damage.
Wait, how close is Tydox to me? Oh, you went away, huh?
No, they're pretty close. You guys are like all within the same area.
Can I
Krampus
use?
just stabs you in the back.
Can I
He's
use
got 2 claws,
interception on Tydox? Because I have a shield up.
Because
Actually,
you can't really see it.
No.
We'll say sure. We'll say your battle instincts, you feel it. You can take some.
It just says 1d8, 1d10 plus 3.
Okay. And that's how much damage you'll take off of Tydox and onto yourself.
8 plus 3, 11.
11. So you take 11 damage.
And then how much does Tydox not take now?
He takes 10 now.
Hey, that's a lot better.
And then give me a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
Tydox.
okay. Interception doesn't say that you take the damage.
No, it doesn't.
It just says you reduce the damage the target takes by 1d10 plus 3. Well, that's mine anyway.
That's what my interception does. It's the same.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you don't take 11 damage. I thought you'd take it instead.
That's a different. That's a different one.
I was just reducing how much damage she takes.
My dex
That's a strong
saving
skill.
throw. I'm using my D4, baby. Yay! 12.
You are grappled and thrown into the air.
Oh,
Love it.
It's your turn. You feel Tydox, or at least hear him now, screaming. You hear Elizabeth on the side of you, or behind you. I don't have a token for Elizabeth, actually, now that I think about it.
you can
We'll
use
do a token.
Elizabeth from Bioshock.
I have like a million tokens, so let me...
Bioshocks
He
is
said-
one of them.
Well, so I have I know where Elizabeth is at. I know where Tydox is at. And I have a rough understanding of where what's his nuts is at. Because I just blocked his attack.
Yep.
I'm gonna attack.
Do it.
Still at disadvantage because it's
Okay.
darkness.
It's actually nulled because the next
And
attack
the next
on
attack
him.
is
Yeah.
null.
So
You're
this
right.
is advantage. So he's making a
get an
good one, my guy.
I get an advantage or I get a disadvantage?
You
it's
don't.
a
You
Not
just
flat-
regular.
Just
it's a
regular
flat
roll.
now.
just
You could still could hit
18.
show.
Plus
18?
The D4.
Oh yeah. 18 D4. What's that? 4 plus
Two.
8
plus 8.
to hit.
For sure hits.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Now I get 2 attacks. So can I roll again for another attack?
Yep.
Okay. And so I'll roll again for another attack. Ooh, this this one might not hit.
This is gonna be the stand-in for Elizabeth, but she
Love it.
A 5.
she's gonna get her own thing pending she doesn't get
4
murdered.
Ending.
plus
She's not.
8. What's 5 plus 4 plus 8? 18.
5, 4, 8
17.
is 17.
Does that hit?
17 does not hit.
Damn. Do I have anything else on there? No. Okay. Okay. So I just hit him with one attack.
Okay.
And then, so since now that I've actually hit him and I know that Divine Smite is actually going to do some damage and my sword is no longer on fire, I'm going to use a level 2 Divine Smite.
Okay.
Is that? Can I do that?
You can.
I have 2 slots.
How many level 2
so I'm-
spots do you have?
2. I saved
Okay.
1.
Smart. So you
And
know you
then-
double everything on a crit.
Mhm. But I didn't crit though, did I?
No, you did not.
Yeah. And then so now I roll
Get
a
'em.
basic attack, which is 1d8. Where's my d8 at? This one. Okay. 1d8. Ooh, 8 plus 5 is. Wait,
13.
need to write this shit down. Are you writing it down?
13.
13.
Okay, bless. 13 plus. How many? When you hit a melee attack, you spend one spell slot to do.
So
Plus 1.
it should be 4d8 if you're using a level 2.
Yeah, so
It's the
4d8.
fiend. So 13 is your
So-
melee.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I just got 6 plus 6 plus 5 plus
Keep hearing Lego
5
sounds from the dice.
Love it.
plus what is that?
22.
Plus 7.
29.
So 29 plus.
Times
Don't I
2.
get some extra damage from Tidox or something like that, or no? 29.
No, he gave me the,
No.
the plus 4 to
It's the plus
2
4
attack.
to hit.
Okay.
Yeah. Making sure
Okay.
you hit.
Okay. Okay. So I just did 29, and I think that was.
Yep.
And so, essentially, what's going to end up happening is, since Urt is just kind of taking a gamble, he kind of knows, but he's basically going to be doing the same thing. He's grabbing his shield in one hand, and he's going to basically just redo exactly what he just did, going straight off of instinct. He's going to go straight in for the stab, the thrust, and then poof, he makes contact. Same thing, Divine Smite, and then poof, and then he's going to have another 7 swords come out of here and go bam, straight into this little demon thingamajigger, and it goes right into him. Does all that damage. This is level 2. It just like basically just double powered, went 7, and then bam, first hit, and then another 7 pop out, and you got 14 total. Bam! This guy gets hit with 14 swords.
And you missed
Okay.
one of
Double
those
the-
attacks, right?
Well, no, because it's well, yeah, technically, because one of them is
So
double,
you missed one of them and you hit the other one.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to clarify because again, the magical darkness that has gone on
Oh yeah.
makes it harder to hit him.
But yeah, I
also
only hit him. I only
easier to
technically hit him
other
once. I
people.
basically swing.
So
What?
you hit 13. Roll a dice, a d20. We'll do
Uh-huh.
evens and odds. Okay.
Mm.
Evens hits Tidox. Odds
Mm.
hits Elizabeth.
Oh! Heck yeah, brother.
The stakes are high.
What am I supposed to get? Even or odd? I got 3.
Even hit. What did I say? Even was
Even hit
Tidox.
Tidox and odds was
Odds.
Elizabeth.
Fucked Elizabeth.
Damn.
You stab, so with your 2 stabs, one stabs the.
Can I intercept my Osa?
You can't because you already used it. Well, you can actually because it's your turn again. Tidox can also do something. Were you gonna say something, Tidox?
Yeah, I also have intercept. So
Can we both intercept?
I don't.
Technically,
I
both
hope
of you
so.
guys can. Yeah.
Elizabeth, probably not a lot of health.
I will say because you're stabbing it, I'll give it to Tidox instead because it feels weird for you to like stab Elizabeth and then also block her hit
Yeah.
when you're the one doing the damage to her.
I do have a question.
Hold
So
on a
why
second.
why am I doing damage to anyone else? Oh, because I missed one hit, though, right?
Because
We
it's
missed
you.
one. Because
yeah.
I just
Because-
described the setting. Basically, at half health, he
Mm.
does a legendary action where he causes the whole room to
Yeah.
Hear that?
nullify all the things.
Yeah, I
so,
heard. Okay.
Takes away all the light is the step one, and it makes it harder to hit him, but also easier to hit other people. Is what I established in the darkness, right? So therefore, if you miss, this is the consequences, depending on where you're at.
Okay.
So 13 points of Tyler, you said you wanted to intercept.
Oh, yes, please.
Well, good.
The D10.
Don't fuck Elizabeth up.
Don't fuck Elizabeth up. A 9 plus 3, 12. So
Oh,
this
so
takes
you-
1 point
Only
of
1
damage.
point damage.
It takes 1 point of damage.
Oh, bless. With
Which is
stabbing the
enough
sword,
to
it just
kill her. No,
barely.
I'm just kidding. Good
Oh,
job.
imagine.
Good job.
This fucking guy.
She just has 1 HP. No. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Been very hilarious for fucking
Flashback.
Earth to stab Elizabeth. And kill her, but no. All right, so
Basically,
you
it
go
just
and you
scratches her.
nick a little piece of her because Tydox is able to like shove her out of the way a little bit, and instead of you stabbing through the back of her skull, which would have certainly killed her with the the thing. What were you gonna say, Tydox?
Because I think so. Technically, like thematically, I'm in the air. The last thing was I got thrown in the air.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's almost a comedic moment of where Ert's gonna again strike somebody else, but Tydox fucking falls just in time.
You're getting like this, with the tail, right? You're like up in the air like this.
You're like
And it
swatting
is
down.
enough. Yeah, it's enough for you to like hit Elizabeth. Like it's just like pinpoint. Ert's like, I see him. I know he's right here, and he goes to stab, and it is like the back of her head about to get stabbed into, and just by chance, Tydox like smacks her away, and it goes through both of you. It nicks Elizabeth's face. She gets cut a little bit. She goes in, and you stab you miss the guy, and then you go back in with the second stab after everyone's looser, and you're like, oh, sweet. And you do a bajillion damage to him afterwards. But wanted to make sure you knew that you did hit. Also, in the angle in which you're trying to swing, you're like very relevant. So hitting both.
It's awesome. You just. I'm glad you didn't try the fucking crescent moon style. Everybody's here and I can't see shit. Swing it!
Show, you're up.
Don't take it personally, Elizabeth. I've been hit multiple times by him.
She's like, oh gods, what happened? It must have been the devil.
It's a lie. You can't. It's not me.
She can't see anything.
prove
She has no idea. Tydox, is that you? I felt something slice me. I think I'm bleeding. Show, you're up.
Show, can't see anything, so he just closes his eyes for a second, and he can hear the scramblings behind him as he knows that something's going on with Ert and Tydox, but I think he just takes a moment and he takes a deep breath in, and I think he smells the fir tree in front of him. And I think he is thinking back on it, and he wants to know how high into the air the fir tree goes, the tree in the middle of the room. Like how close to the ceiling.
It looks like it goes all the way to the ceiling.
Okay.
But it looks like it's probably like a 30, 40-foot tree.
Okay. Show.
That could certainly be used as a weapon.
I don't think Show wants to use it as a weapon, but I do think he wants to scale it, like go up as high as he can. And I think he's thinking back to the cookie that Jared gave him, and then he thinks about earlier how when he was putting out the fire, and is thinking about what the house is made of. And I think he's like kind of putting it together. Like, I think this might also be Cookie House. So I think he's gonna try to break through the roof.
All right. I will say all of that is going to take an action, a movement and an action to break through the thing. But you can roll to attack the roof.
Perfect. So yeah, he wants to scale the tree essentially and attack the roof.
Give me an athletics as well. Do that one first. So use the athletics.
Athletics is a 26 total.
26. So yeah, you scale this thing easily. Like you can't see. You're zinned out. Imagine like Quicksilver in the. I don't know if I can use this. We're gonna get demonetized again, but Quicksilver. When he puts his headphones on and he just like runs through the X-Men base. It's like that. It feels slow motion. You're like You close your eyes, you feel the most zen you've ever felt. This cookie, for some reason, is like the greatest taste, sensation. It just like calms every rage. Like, I mean, you're raged at this point, but you're in a like a nice calming rage
Like it's
instead
a
of like
nice like rolling
focused
boil
rage.
versus like a pop. It's just like a
Yeah.
nice
You come my name.
even boil.
your heart's like it's like your
Mhm.
eyes are going through. It's just popping. You're like, all right, oh shit, this is about to feel great, you know. And then you
Yeah.
just start
You
flying in this.
so I learned he still has the spool of ribbon with him,
Yeah.
essentially.
Oh,
so he
yeah.
still has it holding on to that. And then now he gets to the top and he wants to attack the roof. And so that is a 19.
19. So you go and you punch a hole through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
The roof itself begins to cave in. Remember, there is snow. It is a blizzard out there, so all the snow falls through as well. But a huge ray of sunlight has now opened up the ground. The magical darkness is now seeped
Yeah.
through. You guys can.
I think just before he does punch, though, he does just say, "Cover your heads," and then he punches.
And we're just like, where the fuck is he at?
Yeah.
Why does he sound so high up?
Everybody, so Tydox, you're in the air, so you're probably gonna feel this the most. So you're gonna take this at disadvantage.
I think no, I hit the ground and saved Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, yeah.
Oh, with the
Right.
slam. Well,
Yeah.
you're still grappled. He still has you tied into his tail, but
Okay.
he slammed you down basically to
Okay.
push you out. So you're on the ground. We'll say you're on the ground to move out, Elizabeth. But basically, you've been like flailing, is what I wanted to imagine. Is that
Okay.
Um,
It's like he gets a moment and kind of gets his bearings, and then the monster just like rips him again. He's like, "Shit!"
yeah.
Okay.
In the middle of the air, all three of you guys roll a dexterity saving throw.
The absolute fucking worst.
Yours at yours at disadvantage. Tydox shows yours at advantage because you're raged.
Disadvantage. Oh, I hate you so much.
You're gonna take so much.
Do I get any +4 from
Wait.
like?
You guys get
Yeah.
+4 because
Yeah.
of its embodied.
You get +4. No.
I got 12.
Did you pass it your regular one too? I feel bad.
I got
No.
20 total. 30, 20.
I was like, I rolled a 4, so I was like, oh, a disadvantage. Who the fuck cares? Rolls a 3.
Nice.
Uses
You
my
are-
D4. Rolls a 1. So,
Nice. So,
but I think I have a 3.
what did you roll?
12.
Bad.
12. Okay, you guys take 10 points of snow falling debris. Yours is half show because you passed.
Is mine half because it's cold damage?
Yours is half because it's cold damage. Yeah.
Wait. Is it cold damage? Shit.
Technically.
Fuck. Never mind.
Perks of being an ice dragon, bitches.
I don't have my reaction.
The cold
Yeah.
never bothered me anyway.
So it slams down on you guys, but the light itself burns this demon. You see that he flails away from it, and Tydox, you and him both get
What
goes
flinged
into
this
his
way,
cave?
and you get slammed into this thing as he.
You
So
slammed.
all the stuff comes down, the lights hits him, but good news, it burns his tail, and you have advantage on your strength saving throw.
My strength.
Or advantage, you'd use athletics, acrobatics, or athletics to get out of this, but you get advantage to get out of your.
All right.
Show
On my
was at the
turn.
end of your turn. On your turn, yeah.
Yeah, I think Show just is kind of like still at the top of the tree though, and he's just kind of breathing in the fresh
Living
air
life.
and the coldness like on his face, and he's just like vibing, kind of. But he's still mad.
Where's
He's
the poor
just-
Jared?
hates the entire situation and how disorganized we are. But he's like, it is a nice view
He's
up
like,
here.
Show's like embraced his uselessness as soon as he saw like Captain Earth like stabbed him, and he's just like, well, I ain't gonna be no help in this fight, so I might as well go punch a wall or something.
Jared, you are up.
Yep. I have a big old mimic on my hand.
A big old mimic on your hand.
The problem. Well, I do have shocking grasp. I feel like that's a pretty good idea.
I would say that'd be a really good idea.
I am touching him. I am touching the mimic.
You
It is.
are touching him.
There is, in fact, a touch being occurred.
I am in fact making contact.
On the plus side, you can move without disengaging combat. So you just take it
Yeah.
with you.
This is true.
Those are both.
He's got a
true
point.
statements, Rob.
There is
I don't know if
no
it's useful.
opportunity attacks from a mimic here. You don't have a choice.
As long as you don't set
Ooh,
him down.
you might not even.
You know, I
mitigate.
could go ask for help, but
Or you could
considering
just
how,
run into the light.
considering what just happened, that sounds like a bad idea.
I agree.
All the fire
Maybe.
around you though is gone. If that makes you feel better.
Yeah, it does make me feel better.
Got
I guess
stuffed
I'll do a shocking grasp at least.
Perfect.
Do I? Is it just a normal, or do I get disadvantage or get advantage? It's pretty hard to miss him. I
Technically-
feel like.
It is hard to miss him. You technically get disadvantage, but then you would get advantage because I think you're shocking grasp inside it, so it'll cancel each other out.
Hmm.
Because you're grappled, it's technically a disadvantage on you.
Disadvantage.
So, and I would give you advantage. I think that's hilarious, but it cancels out. So
Alright,
it's
We'll just cancel it out, and I'll roll a 5.
a 5 on the
I
die.
rolled a 2. I rolled a 10.
A
2
10
plus 10. What is
on the dice. Barely misses.
You
fucking... I did
What's
the wrong
right there?
hand. He was on the right hand. I shot my left hand.
You-
Oh, God, that's
he's on your
hilarious.
he's on your right hand, and you go to use your shock hand, but then you feel your left hand, and you're like,
That's
bad.
anxiety.
Damn dyslexia. Oh, Jerry.
Let's see. Well, I could get my magic spiritual weapon back, I guess. See if that does anything. Yeah, how could this go wrong?
Okay.
I'll cast it at level 3.
Blessed.
A level 3 spiritual ghost sword.
Do you know how concentration works? Every
It
time
could-
you get hit by something, you have to do a concentration check. And
This
if
is
you fail
true.
your concentration check, your
This is-
spell goes away.
This is very true, but if I kill the mimic, then the weapon can't hurt the demon anyways.
Also true.
A lot of true statements going on right now.
I mean, I could try to magic missile it, I guess.
Magic missile.
You know, the other
Muted.
hand. This time, I'll do it from the right
Muted,
hand
he's
this time.
muted.
I'll
Yeah,
do
he's
magic
muted.
missile. I'll do magic
I
missile.
said probably. These could be two completely different entities that just happen to be together. You know.
You know, I'll do it from the right hand this time. I'll do a magic missile out of my right hand.
Perfect. It hits because magic missile does not miss.
Because it has to.
It is a level 3. No, I'll do level 1. I shouldn't be using a level 3 slot for that.
Just nuke this mimic.
Yeah. With extreme prejudice.
3 glowing darts. I mean, I should probably. I don't want to lose my hand.
It's got a point.
With this 1d4 plus 1, and then it
I
hits
feel like
3.
Jared is like. I feel like Jared would be petty. I feel like he would nuke it. He's like, you damn bitch. Here's the math of this.
The first
He
one
doesn't-
is a 3.
He wants to save his spell slot so that he can clean his robes after.
Also true.
3,
Excuse me, they're
I think
lawyers.
that's pretty petty actually.
3, 4, and a 5.
3, 4, 5, 7, 12. 12 does
Yeah, 12.
a lot. You feel it bite down harder on you.
I knew I should have over. I
Should
knew
have
I
nuked
should
it.
Let me see how much damage he does to you.
I thought too much. Did too much thinking.
It does 13 points of damage to you.
What?
I should just go sorted my arm off.
Just whoosh. Don't worry, you
Yeah.
don't need me to
It
attack
feels
something on you.
this like magic bubble like blow up inside it, and it's pissed and bites down harder on your arm. And that's its reaction. Raven, I believe you are up now.
Okay, so theoretically, if I were to get blind sight, would that help me see through this?
You guys can see through the darkness is a veil.
Okay, it is veiled. Okay, all right.
Yeah, Stowe opened up the light, and then you saw that it is still a dark room, but you see that the demon itself has hopped into a darker area. That's why it backed out.
Yeah.
Okay,
There
okay.
is a clear defined like
I just wanted to confirm.
aura on the ground.
Yeah, imagine a small little halo that is like up here
Okay.
above or like around the tree, pretty much.
Well.
Probably be a better DM and draw things.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
No, you're not. Draw it.
You're not good.
Draw it. Draw it.
This little area is a bright light.
Shine bright like a diamond.
This little area is a dim light. And then it's darkness up here.
So where he's at, though, it's darkness.
It's still dark, but not that magical darkness.
Okay.
But we can
You
see
can
him
still
though, right?
see him. You can
Okay,
see him.
that's what I want to know is just whether.
Did you also see Jared over
you
there
s-
getting his shit kicked in by a mimic?
You would
Oh, I
see-
saw
you
that
would
from
see
the very
him.
first turn.
You see that. You also see Tydox up in the air.
Er,
For where he's at.
Sorry.
Also show your. Oh, you're in the middle of this.
Tydox, how are you feeling on your health there?
Tydox is forever away.
yeah,
He's also in the air getting
Oh,
slammed.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I knew he was across. I didn't know if he
Just
landed.
slam.
great spot. Not in a great spot, but
Hmm.
I'm still not.
He's held together by his tail. Or he's held by the tail of the thing.
All right,
And he
well,
also has a bleeding wound out his chest. You can see him bleeding for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sparking.
You know what? It would have been not cool to do this when no one could see me do it. So I'm going to drink some Gree, and I am going. Let's see, how do I want to do this? So you basically, you all see me like fall apart into pieces, and then the pieces like stretch out, and you just see this like rising slithering sound, and there's just a pile of snakes where I once stood. So
I love snakes.
I am going to go over and try to
They're scaly reptilians.
bite the toy maker.
I don't have a snake prop, but
That's
yeah, you
okay.
go over
Can you turn my icon like green or something?
I wish, dude.
All right, so
I'm like terrible. I'm better with the theater of the mind stuff. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, you're okay. So 22.
We do hits for sure.
Okay, so he's immune to the piercing damage, right?
It is immune to piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing.
Okay, but not is. Oh,
And
I guess
full-
we'll find out.
and
So can he do a DC 10 Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, DC 10.
Yes.
On a con save? Don't say the number. Just say if he passed it, okay?
Now
Wait a minute.
So
No!
he does fail. That's literally the only way that he could have failed that.
Okay, so
It's
then,
so
so
funny.
I guess can he take poison damage?
You'll find out.
All right.
Did you do poison damage to it?
Yeah, so
I feel like
it's
like,
part piercing
torture,
and part
like,
poison
we went,
damage.
like right in between like his little hoof, like underneath it, hit him right in the most
Underneath.
perfect spot.
So
It's
it
like,
would be
please.
20,
Oh.
20 poison damage.
20, wow.
20 poison damage.
Damn.
You don't notice anything, but you do feel him. He doesn't. He does notice the swarms, but you don't. He doesn't like rear back and like he did with the radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
But it does look like he is affected in some way.
Okay. That is all I can do on my turn.
Hydox, you are up. First off, you get an advantage on your strength. You can use athletics or acrobatics to get out.
So just go for awful, and I have a D4 to it. That's not good. It's not even worth it. And this one is the exact same. Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna make us math.
Oh man.
They're the exact same. 12.
Um, you are still grappled.
I am still grappled. Excellent. So I have, as being grappled, I have disadvantage on attacks.
Yep.
Right.
And your movement is 0.
Yep. So I can't move out. I can still cast spells. And I am.
Just punch his tail.
So, yeah, right.
I'll be right back.
Pew! Oh, gotta go. You should electrocute his tail. Bite it. Arr.
We're gonna. Didn't take any action, right? That was just the save, or did he?
That's a free action.
The free failure is a free action. Appreciate you.
It's actually just the action at the start of your turn. Or it's not an action, but it's just at the start of your turn, this thing happens.
I am going to cast Shield of Faith on myself. That is adding Shield of Faith. Get +2 to the AC.
Okay.
Oh, I added 2 to the AC. Faith. Do that in a second. And then for my attack, since I'm like right next to him, I want to use Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's necrotic as well, right?
Yes, it is. Necrotic damage. So it has to pass a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
It's try to pass a 14.
It fails.
Hell yeah. So 2d8. Oh, that's good. And 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 necrotic damage.
Yeah. 9 necrotic damage.
You see that some of its wounds that have been hurting, you see that the necrotic damage heals it 9 points.
That's a pain.
We don't like that at all.
The thematically, the way this
heals it a lot.
I don't know how this happens, but the Tydox was used like it's a megaphone that he's just like blaring at to give like I don't know how that, but
you
anyway.
blare it into his ears and you see that it just cranks its head, smiles a little bit, and it's like it rejuvenates it.
I love that he starts headbanging.
He feels
Beautiful.
great at this point. He's like, you haven't heard him talk, but he's like, none of you guys speak in this.
Oh god.
You hear him make noises, but he's like, hell yeah, you know?
Well, okay. That's the turn.
Tydox, that means it is now
Elizabeth's turn.
Elizabeth's turn. Okay. Elizabeth is so scared and frightened at everything that's going on. Um, she was gonna go, help you guys, but then she nat ones. You see her trip over this table and collapses on the ground.
Hit her head.
She hits her head. It does move. She has very little HP. But the little scratch on her, she's like, "Why am I in combat? Who did this? what is happening? Please, for the love of God!" She starts hiding under this table. Actually, she hits the ground, trips over here, and then she just crawls underneath this table, in the most feared fetal position of her life. This is not what she signed up for. And now it's Krampus's turn. He uses a stomp on real thing. Does a 22 hit your little poisonous snakes?
Their AC is 14.
So 22 should hit.
Just a bit.
Like those cute little snakies.
Okay. Okay, his stomp does a lot less damage, if that makes you feel better. Only
I'll take it.
12 damage. This time, actually 12,
Okay.
not 21. Okay. He slams Tydox. So Tydox roll another dexterity saving throw.
Love it. Oh, it's a 4.
4.
Yeah. Should I still have a D4. Let's see if I can double it. No, it's a 7.
Okay. You take 18 points as you get slammed
Jesus.
into the floor and then into the wall itself. And then he uses his last legendary action to breathe fire in this gigantic cone in front of him, hitting both. Oh, he's going to hit a lot of people. Everybody in front of him, it's a saving throw, actually. So roll a Constitution saving throw for all of you guys. I'll roll the damage.
Does that include show in the tree or?
It does include show in the tree. You get advantage, though, if that makes you feel better.
Should I use my
Constitution, you
con
said?
saving throw or the snake's constitution?
The snake. So,
Is it a dex saving throw?
the dex. Yeah. Did I say con? It's dex.
Oh, it's dex? Okay.
saving throw.
Well, I'll just subtract 1 from my result.
15.
Okay.
20.
16.
16 or higher.
Nope,
Ah.
didn't beat that.
Okay.
I did that.
So 16 or 15 or lower, you guys take 22 fire damage.
Holy.
Sheesh.
Everyone who did
I missed
16 or
it by
higher takes
what?
11. Elizabeth does take damage.
Can I intercept?
You are. You can probably. She tripped
Pretty
over,
close.
hit underneath the thing. She did pass her thing because she's covered, so she takes less damage than what, she would take basically 11. So I'll say you can take, you can use your interception to.
You should have died many times over by now.
You see that
Oh, yeah.
the flame begins to fill up this pit demon as it only has one fire breath attack.
Only knocked off 4.
You knocked off 4, which is just enough to save her. Then you
Blessed.
jump over here to hide her.
Like with my shield. Blessed.
Yeah.
Cool.
She takes a big thing of damage. And now it is Ert's turn.
Damn. Gotta save Elizabeth. I guess at this point, after basically doing the best I could to protect Elizabeth, and then how far away is everyone?
Everyone for what?
Like
Maybe,
how
cut-
far? Like how far is everyone within? Let me see. 30 feet.
The
Probably-
tree itself also caught on fire. I forgot to say that.
I figured, yeah.
Everybody's within 60 feet because he on the other end is at 60 feet. So
So then I think Tydox is probably the furthest I could. Is Tydox 30 feet?
he would probably be way earlier than 30. It's 60 feet from show, pretty much.
Okay.
where he's
So
at.
then,
Show's pretty high in the tree, so we should all be.
You
I'll
guys should
use
all
as
be
a-
within.
okay. Do bonus actions go before or after?
You can use it either.
Okay. Then, as a bonus action, I'm gonna use, I think, turn the tide.
Okay.
On
Ready.
everyone, that's like on Tidox. I guess everyone of my friends or my allies that I can heal.
Okay.
I
And
think
They're
you
that
would
all-
hit
everybody-
everyone, but maybe Jared. I don't know.
I don't think I would
Show's
reach.
pretty far.
And also I think Show has enough health it might not show
I don't think
either.
show. I don't think it would affect show, to be honest.
But I would get
It would help
Elizabeth.
Jared.
But I think Jared's out of reach.
I
It's
know.
only 30 feet.
Is out of reach.
No.
Jared, are you lowering your health?
So I could get, yeah, Raven, Tidox, Elizabeth, and myself.
And how much health do you give him back?
So that would be 1d6 plus 3, so it's not much, but it's better than nothing.
It's like
D6
all
plus-
of Elizabeth's health, so that's good.
Okay.
Really good for her.
Well, only 4.
Perfect. So 4 health back to everybody.
You said 1d6 plus 3,
Uh
and you gave us 4 health.
huh. I rolled a 1.
Um,
Wait, does the can I use the plus 4 on that?
Honest to a, I don't think.
The one that
No.
attack pony, or no, it doesn't
No.
work that way. Okay.
uh,
Okay. Well,
DM check. The snake monster technically can't be healed. Would that apply
Uh,
to me in this case, or how do you want to play that?
What? It would also not apply to you.
Okay.
so am I only healing then Elizabeth and Tydox and myself?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then, as that bonus action, I will. What?
It was worth it.
Oh yeah.
Worth it, dude.
Yeah.
And then I'll use that just to get that plus 4 health.
Alex is like 1 crit away from getting murdered, so.
I swear to God.
And so, after I'm like, look, this is not a fight for you. Hide, Elizabeth, and I'll probably tell her to hide.
It's like, I was trying!
I know.
Thank
I
goodness.
was like, can I use to see if there's anywhere that I think would be safe for her in the middle of combat, like just a quick.
You can use a free action to do a perception check to see if she has enough awareness, and
Okay.
That's
I don't
it.
know if this would.
she
Do
also
anything.
is very scared, and a lot of those things that you notice about her that, you know, it took her a lot of work to get under this table.
I could use my charisma to make sure.
Maybe.
I can raise her up like.
She
"Baby
got
girl."
some shaky legs, I'll tell you that.
Baby girl, I'll protect you no matter what. Just stay behind me, and I'll keep you safe, baby girl.
Bingo.
And then, well, I think my charisma worked because I got a 19 nat, and then I don't know if we're going with charisma or if we're going with perception, but I got the 19.
She feels a lot calmer in your presence. She sinks a little deeper into your like chest, feeling like you're going to be the one that's going to be the easiest one to protect her.
Aw,
You know, you're the safest spot for her.
that's all right. Tydox kept her from getting murdered by that particular individual, and then
She doesn't know that. She doesn't know that. You
Swear.
guys know that. She doesn't know that. You also don't know that technically. You just saw. You were just. It was happen chance. You know?
I got a hunch. I got a feeling. I know that blade. Let me tell you what.
And then I'm gonna do. I think I could one thing that might be useful.
I like that. I like that.
Because
Hey,
I
your
don't
4
really
HP
know.
was useful. Don't let them shame you.
But I can do.
It's almost as good as my cookies.
Can I do
Please don't.
bless
Yeah.
on? Would that stack?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I do bless on Tydox, myself, and Elizabeth?
You can.
Blessed.
And so I would just cast a level 1 bless because I think that's an action, yeah, and 30 feet.
And
I
that's a
sprinkle And so basically, because it's a little bit of holy water, and so I'm just gonna go, bah, bah, and then throw a little bit of holy water, like
Throw
like
it.
like Emerald, and just go bah 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 bah, a little bit of holy water,
You spray Elizabeth just right in
like
front of
Salt
you.
Bay that,
Yeah, you
just Salt Bay
El-
Elizabeth and all Emerald and
It's
Over
like-
Tide Ox on himself, and he's like, It's the weirdest foreplay I've ever seen.
Elizabeth, she liked that.
I'm here for it.
she was into that.
She's
She was
kind of
into
a
that.
freak.
And then
Like,
so
"No,
I
do
use I use bless on those three, and I guess I might end my turn for right now.
Perfect.
I don't know if there's anything else I can really do because I
What
don't
is
want
your-
Elizabeth to
what-
die.
What dice
What?
is your bless?
It's a
It
D4.
is a
D4.
D4.
Nice. Got 2D4, baby. I love it.
All right, Show, before your turn, you up in the air of the trees, you begin to notice that there is a gathering of snow people that
Oh!
were outside waiting for an opening to get inside. And you see that they begin to descend into this thing like FBI open up, and they just start falling down inside this thing.
Okay.
I don't have a token for him, so I'm gonna just make these things for him. Okay.
Use
Yeah, feel
earth,
free to
wind, snow, and fire.
Stop anytime. I mean, 2 is good.
Show is in the burning tree. And instead of going down, Show would like to vault onto the remaining part of the roof and be up and outside rather than inside the building.
Yeah, give me an athletics check to.
Ooh.
Imagine Joe's just
jump
like,
out
bah!
Yeah.
running mad, just out.
Show got 21.
21. He vaults up in there. You do a nice thing, and yeah, the tree it like wiggles down and then helps you kind of vault yourself up there. It stays in place. But yeah, there you go.
And then Show has rope on him. Can Show see Krampus from where he is, or is like Krampus too deep into the building?
He's too deep into the building, but you do have the awareness of where he would be at in front of the. Like if you were like, oh hey, this is the other side of the building. I saw him there. You would kind of be able to
Take an estimated
triangulate.
guess of where
Yeah,
he
an
would
estimated
be.
guess. He'd probably be around that area.
Okay.
If we're all picking up what you're putting down.
Shell's thought is to create a lasso and try to rope around his head and then drag him. Or his other thought is he can get Elizabeth out by throwing the rope down to her and helping her out so she's
Okay.
on top of the building. So,
Underneath
if Show can reach though, if you think he could, like, if he has the ability, like, there's a chance of him actually lassoing him and pulling him, he would do that though first.
Okay. And you want to lasso the Krampus towards the tree and
Towards
the
the
snow.
towards
The
the
light.
light, essentially.
You're on the roof.
Yeah,
On
I
the roof.
imagine it's like a hole in the roof though, right? So I'm like on the
Yeah.
edges of the.
How did we
Uh,
make that hole in the roof?
I
She
punched a
punched it
hole through the roof.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Superman, that
Yeah.
hoe.
So just
But,
bring the
um,
whole roof down, Show.
But then you guys would have to make another. I would have more snow on top of you guys over again.
But it seemed to really fuck him up.
I mean,
So-
wouldn't this do the same thing though, but without having snowfall on you guys? I feel like you're the one who's always like,
no,
oh my god, I'm
Tydox
so
is-
cautious, I'm
Tydox
so
is-
cautious.
Tydox is
Okay.
scared. Tydox is getting
From-
flailed.
From your position, it would be a hard throw to like try to lasso him up from the thing. I mean, you could kind of see like his feet and like there. To get his like head and everything else, like just
Like
because of
a
the
no-go?
angle, it would be not a no go. It would be very challenging to do. You'd certainly try it. It would just
Mhm.
DC would be really a high.
Is there anything to? Is the roof just like flat, or is there anything to tie
It's
a
like
rope to?
it's actually like a triangle. So
Okay.
you're like it's slanted, and up on the roof itself, you see that there's a ton of these snow people that have like begun to form up here. Now that you're up here, there's like 4 that fell down. There's like 16 that are here that are ready to fucking
Okay.
fight.
Then Show would just like to tie essentially the rope to something so that way it's like tied.
Yeah,
onto
like
something.
there's like a chimney probably close
Right.
to you.
And then what he'll do then is he will then guesstimate where he thinks Krampus is at, and he's going to what is it called? The elbow.
People's elbow.
Like,
Suplex.
yeah, suplex. He wants to go for a suplex on Krampus then.
All right, so
Like Tarzan it.
Mhm.
all right, he ties the rope on the chimney.
Mhm.
Sees a slanted roof and is like, all right, probably around here. Let's do a roll to hit one to break the thing. So do a advantage strength roll to break the ceiling. So we'll start there, and then based on that information, other things could happen.
So that would just be my +4 for strength then, right? Or would
Yeah.
that be like an athletics one? Okay, that would
You
be
do athletics.
17.
You do athletics.
Athletics then that would be 20.
20, perfect.
Dang.
20 breaks the roof on top of him, and I'm guessing your people's elbowing through the roof and through to him. So now to hit
Right.
him,
That's so fucking cool.
I guess my goal of hitting him is not really to do damage because I know he's like immune to that. It's more so just to like
Get
get
the
him
light
down, on the ground or something like
oh,
that.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Will you roll? I'm going to assuming you're coming in at mock speeds over
Yeah,
here with your
uh-huh.
people's elbow. Can you roll it'd be a disadvantage attack roll to see if you can hit him.
Okay.
But what you've done is really cool too.
So it's only a 12.
So 12 misses. You take 10 points, it's going to be halved, of fall damage
Okay.
as you catapult directly into this table behind him, or below him. However, the light that it does has just enough damage to kill him. So you see the light has opened up. He didn't have very much health left anyways, so you guys really just need one. Tylox did heal him a little bit, but I just thought it was funny.
Dumbass. Yeah.
That it heals him. Fiends they can only heal, this specific ones can only heal on fire and necrotic, but everything else does damage to it, so I just thought it was funny. And I had seen it later. I forgot the Drider Longsword is a silver longsword. Silver actually does damage, so my bad. But
That's crazy.
that's on me. I
all good.
saw it when you said the sap, and I was like, ooh, whoops. My bad. You people's elbow through this thing, mock speeds. The fucking house itself begins to collapse on top because now there's two different things. Everybody underneath this thing, specifically Snake, Raven, and Tydox, roll dexterity saving throws as
Jesus.
rubble of the thing. You fucked this roof up. You only needed to hit it for a 10. You hit for a 20 to break it. So you like show people's elbows like this is gonna probably be fine, and fucking destroys the whole roof on top of the thing. But as the light pierces onto this thing, you see that he begins to melt and burn away. And the screams of the snowmen also die because they are under his magic spell. So that's fun. All the snow people that were gonna fall down in there too, they also end up dying. Now this whole big space is 15 or higher.
Nope.
Anybody? Tylex, would you roll?
We got double bless. I got 17.
15.
I got 13.
You are blessed too.
Well, I have blessed
I
and
don't
a
think
healing
I
bond.
don't think he's blessed. I think it was Tydox.
No,
I am not
Tydox.
blessed.
Yeah, Tydox
Yeah.
is double blessed.
Yeah, I got a +7.
Bless.
Fuck yeah. Right?
You take 20 points of debris, Mr. Raven.
So my
10
snakes
points,
are dead.
and then as soon as your snakes die, you just morph back into a man.
Okay.
Tydox, you take 10 points of damage.
Show
you
plummets through the roof though, and
There's a
he like
crater where
he lands like on the table, like behind him, and then as he's getting up, he's like, wow, I'm glad that table was here to break my fall, or else that would have hurt pretty bad.
Does the
Yeah.
damage? So I haven't died before.
It
as
does
a
not
transform.
carry over.
Okay, all right, sweet.
Does not carry over. So as soon as it goes down to 0, you just
Which is like the best case scenario. You just
Yeah, because that's like 18 points of damage I don't have to take.
right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
yeah. So
18
you
points of
morph back into a
We
man.
had 2 points left.
The only person that is still technically in combat is Jared and
Jared.
Yeah.
And
Then
all of us
yeah.
just take seats and just
you
start to
guys,
watch.
you guys just keep in mind, this is the scene. You just see the roof cave in, dude. Like in this, the sunlight comes up, it melts this fucking gigantic demon monster. It burns through him. He melts into like ashes. He burns a hole through the floor. You see fucking shows stand up out of the fucking table. There's a small little crater where he landed. Tydox, you fall to the ground. You know, Raven morphs back into a man from his little snakes. Is just shielding Elizabeth. Elizabeth looking deep into your eyes like,
Hell
holy
yeah, brother.
shit, please get me the fuck out of here.
I
And then
missed her. She's
Jared-
calm now.
Your turn.
Also, you guys saw
You
me
got-
fall.
You get that, mimic.
Eat 'em.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you guys saw me fall into like a bunch of pieces and turn into snakes.
Mhm.
Now you just see one snake just like grow a bulge in the center and then just pops, and then I'm just lying there.
Yeah. Also,
Clothes or no clothes?
completely naked.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was saying-
His clothes are like 10 feet from him, from where the snakes morphed into, or when he morphed into snakes. So he comes back completely naked.
All right, Jared, continue.
Yeah.
This thing does not have a lot of health either, but yeah, dude, you do see it.
Yeah. I'm debating whether or not to use a spell slot on this. I'll do magic missile again.
Perfect. It hits.
Three, and a 3, and a 4. So 10,
Perfect.
10 damage.
10 damage is perfect. It had 9
Well,
HP left. So
okay,
you
gone.
10 HP. You see this thing bubble up and explode on your arm. And so
Do I still have my arm?
yeah, you still have your arm. You just have cuts into your arm, like a claw bite, basically, that's sucked down onto it. The part that's basically on the inside, so it chomped right here on it. This whole part of your hand has like, not decayed, but it's like, when acid falls on it, it's like skinned. It looks really gross, and you should see a doctor.
You should see it. Good thing we kept Elizabeth alive.
That's what I'm saying.
But that is it.
Okay.
That is combat. You guys finish out here. That is it. That's the last thing. So you guys are now out of combat.
Show, I think, like rolls off the table, and he gets up and he kind of starts dusting the snow off of himself, and then he's just like, "Wow, we here again? What are we doing?"
Fuck, we looking.
He's like, "What
It's
is this place?"
You guys just saw something and was like, yeah, let me go here. There was no reason to be here.
Right, they're crazy.
I'm just busy like comforting Elizabeth. I'm like, "How you doing, Toots?"
The table, the like debris of the roof has now secluded you guys. It's just you two basically on top. You'd have to like climb out of like the rubble of the roof.
Gives
But
them a moment.
you're big enough where you basically have like shielded her from the debris, from like all of that stuff that has gone down. But you guys are in like your own little cocoon of like
In the arms of a dragon, fly away.
A Pachycephalosaurus.
she's like, we should probably get out of here, right?
Soon enough.
Oh,
I think-
spicy.
Tydox got Raven's clothes and was talking to Show. That was thanks for, really saving the day back there and bringing the house down on us. I don't know if I could have handled any more throwing around there.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
You know, this has been kind of eye-opening for me. There's been a lot of monsters where we have been like, I can't punch my way out of it, and now I'm having to punch other things, and it's really making the guy think about things a bit. And Cho just kind of is contemplative, and probably about as much as he can, like, be.
Got his
He's
like
just kind of,
captain's hat.
yeah,
pulls it
he's
back.
just like kind of standing there, like, I don't really know what to make of all this. Like,
To punch or not to punch?
What happens when these don't work?
it's like a very big conundrum of like, oh my god.
I must say though, your battle instincts really helped turn the tide for us. Like, without opening that hole, I don't think we would have been in the same situation.
Yeah, well, I mean, you just rely on your instincts, they'll tell you what to do, it's right, That's what I've done my whole life, I was 7 when I went to Captain Brayburn, and I've seen a lot of fighting, so I think he's just kind of bred in me,
I might want to stick behind you rather than Urt. I swear I saw that sword swing at me once again in battle.
Yeah, that was also part of my reason for climbing the tree. Was like, well, I should probably get away from him. It was really dark, and last time it was really dark when we were in that one and he's like snapping. The dwarf one where there's the water and we got the turtle. You remember that place?
Oh,
We were
yeah.
in the dock there, and he swung and he hit me so hard, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna steer clear of that man. And you know what? That's my recommendation to you. And then he's like, well, speaking of Captain, where are they? Where is Elizabeth? And I think Sheldon starts looking for them.
Yeah, because Tydox would have went over to Raven, got him his clothes, and was like, "You all right there, guy?"
I could use a proper bath, but other
You're
than that,
slimy.
I think I'll be all right. Just need a drink or two.
Maybe.
I think we might all need one after that. That was
I was gonna say you look pretty beat up. You want this let's see, what do I got?
What kind of cook?
I got some rye whiskey to give you some life back.
I tell you what, I'm never one to turn a drink down from you, sir.
All right.
And then
Well, that rye whiskey gives you 8 health.
Right.
So not a ton, but something.
Hey. Then he slams it back and he's like,
Whew. All right. Hey, feeling better already.
Happy to hear
So-
that, mate.
While you look around, you can roll a investigation or a perception.
I want to walk up to Show and be like, Show, mate, I'm officially putting my bid to make you our permanent captain.
Oh, and Show's just like, don't worry, Raven. I think I'm quite suited for this role. And and he taps on his hat. He's like, this has really helped enlighten me about what I think I need to do.
And Show rolled a 19 for his investigation, which I feel like he's so bad at like investigation and perception. So I feel like he's like
What a
just like
dog.
his battle senses are just so like keenly aware that he's just like
I'm
you
telling
see
you,
him-
he's so zenned, like
Yeah.
from everything. It's like everything is clicking in place for him at this moment.
Yeah.
It's like, I was always meant to do this. This is exactly.
It's like I feel like you see like the wall of like calculus behind his head. It's like, and he's like, okay, they were like here, and it collapsed. That means that the force pushed them this way, and then he starts like digging, and he's like, they're right here. Like,
Yeah, you guys, you and Elizabeth see light start to appear.
Yeah,
as-
we're in our own little world right now.
yeah, Elizabeth, she's not like uncomfortable, but she's like, like he's not really saying anything. It's kind of weird. Like he's heavily breathing and just staring at you, and also just like you're like holding her, so she's like, like a child basically inside your gigantic hands. So she's just like, like the little like, all right, like is he gonna say something and do anything? And that's just like weird, awkward, like tension. She's not like uncomfortable, but it's just like it's an uncomfortable spot, to just like sit here. You see that light starts to appear. You see that Show has, opened up the rubble, and now sees you basically holding Elizabeth in her hand, and Elizabeth looks up at you and she's like, "Oh, hi, Show. I don't know what happened here, but
She was just like, "Don't worry, I killed him. Don't worry, just another guy. Yes, the captain of this team. Helping us win these battles that we're in. I'm glad though the captain Ert, really seemed like he saved you there for a second. I know it wasn't that much healing, but it was a little bit close one." And Show kind of like waggles his eyebrows at Captain Ert.
yeah." And Captain, I thought you were the captain. Do we have two captains now?
Yeah, we're co-captains. Soon he's gonna be my first mate though, so just you watch out, Captain Ert.
Is that a promotion?
I've been promoted, yeah.
Congratulations. She
Thank you.
stands up. She wipes off the snow and the thing. She's freezing. Also, she did not wear for winter wear to come here. She's a small, frail woman too, so she's very petite, little. Does not have a lot of meat on her bones, and she's just now the open sky is there, and she's freezing.
Show definitely has frostbite, I feel like, at this point.
Yeah.
He's his hands and his toes are not in good shape.
He's wearing tank top and shorts. He's
Not
just,
for this at all, but I feel like he's not complaining either. He's just like, I've had it a lot worse before than this.
They're still attached, counted as a win.
Yeah.
As a weed.
And then I think Show just walks up to Jared then after that, and he's just like, "How you doing over here, buddy? That mimic really seemed to gotcha."
Oh, yeah. Yes, I don't know where it came from.
I think
it
we
just
both
appeared
know
out of
where
nowhere.
it came from.
And it ate my present.
That's a mimic for you. They'll get you sometimes when you least expect it. Present's not too bad though. One time I had one. It was the pillow on my bed, and then it started eating my head. That was a pretty scary time. But they'll just kind of pop out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, I think I've had enough mimics in a lifetime.
Oh, I'm sure we're not the last we've seen of one of them.
it is not. All right. Do you guys look around the rest of this place, or do you guys think, all right, well?
No, I think we're definitely looking. Show is definitely looking around.
Yeah. Edox is looking to see how we can maneuver out of here without just breaking the whole place down.
Well, the roof of this place is collapsed down, so there is a way up, for sure. You guys have snowed in the way that you guys walked in. There are also probably other doors, windows, other things like that you guys can certainly get out. It is safe to say it is very easy to do as well too. The place itself, you notice, especially as the roof has come down, that this is not wood. It's not a structurally sound building. You start to smell ginger and sugar and very fruity things. That this house is, for however it could only have been held together by magic.
Also, should we try and figure out what happened here? I mean, we're kind of glossing over that we're in a crime. We're basically in a crime scene.
I think that's a good thought, Jared.
Before we do, Show, co-captain Show, and Elizabeth, both of you guys aren't well equipped to handle this, and Raven, you guys look a little cold. We should at least heat up everyone before we start searching in this house. Can we eat this house?
Lick our wounds.
I'm gonna just...
Show's I've been lit on fire enough. I will take the frostbite. Thank you very much.
Elizabeth also, she puts her hand down and she tastes it because she's smelling it. She's I'm pretty sure this is candy or sweets or something. This is very peculiar.
Catbird's gonna just
looking for
punch
things.
the, grab a bite.
Yeah, you take a bite of it. Absolutely. It tastes like gingerbread. the thought definitely crosses your mind that this house is in some way edible.
What were we gonna say, Tydox?
I think Tydox would take like a sample of it, but like put it in like a little containment jar, and then I roll an investigation to see like what else was around, like where some of these other rooms would go, to see where kind of this magic had come from, or if there was anything of substance around. I got a 26.
26. So with your investigation, you notice a lot of things. You notice that the demon itself has come from some sort of you see basically a like secret door, and it leads down to a basement, and you can choose to go down and look at if you want. You see a bunch of writings within that door itself. I'll save that, but with the 26, you notice that you find a secret basement, pretty much. Some other things you find, okay? You find a snow globe that feels as though it has some sort of magical properties. You see a candy cane that's sharpened into a dagger. And you find a booklet of a bunch of new toys. That is what you find with the 26. There are other things within this item, this other thing, if anyone else wants to look for things. But,
I used Divine Sense, and you said there was two thingies, like two.
mm-hmm.
Does it line up with?
If you use Divine Sense again, you see the door that Tydox just found. You notice that a path of abyss has basically has started there and had come all the way from there, but most of the abyssal energy has died down outside of you guys and Jared.
Is the monster still like a physical form, or did it just completely melt?
It melted into the ground.
Okay, so nothing left to collect.
You can. There might be
some ashes.
What are you looking for?
What do we? There, I mean, anything that could have helped to like be like a material if it had, because you said it was like goat
You find
and serpents and stuff. So
yeah, you find his horns.
Okay.
Are the only part of him are still around.
Tydox would definitely scoop those.
Okay.
Both.
You can turn it into a bong.
Maybe one of them.
So two demon horns.
Shell would like to look at the body of the toy maker that he was eating.
Yeah. You go up to his body and you see again another horrific scene that Jared sees, that most of his body is torn out, his intestines are ripped open, his flesh is gnawed to the bone, you see parts of his bones are ripped out. You see that he's a very large man.
Mm-hmm.
And you see his workstation is like his desk is basically right behind him.
Shell, I think, takes a look at the desk and not like with real attention, but just kind of like, looking around. He can't read anyway, so he doesn't really know, but anything interesting looking.
You find a scroll that says a scroll of naughty or nice on it. And then you find you can't really read, but you can kind of make out that
like a list of names, or like
a list of names of like these are good and bad people. And then you find a peppermint mocha latte on top of his thing. And then
Show drinks it.
Show drinks it.
I don't think he actually
No
drinks it. I think he sniffs it though.
He sniffs it and he realizes that is a powerful item.
Okay.
You could
You should have given it
smell
to Captain Ert. to eat
very
it.
cinnamon on it.
Oh, interesting.
Captain Ert would start
Uh,
eating the gingerbread
It
house.
looks like it's a potion of some sorts that you can use for something.
I think Shell calls over like Jared, and he's like, Jared, get over here.
Okay.
And Shell's just like, I don't
Jared.
know how to read, and I assume you know how to read, right? You're like a priest or something.
Reading is a basic qualification, yes.
Okay.
My job.
Can you read this?
Can I read this?
And then it's just that
this-
scroll.
Yeah, it's like a scroll of a spell, pretty much. And so the spell is called Naughty or Nice. And so the ability gives you, you can choose 3 people within their vision to see if they are naughty or nice. So you can choose up to 3 people within your vision to see if they are naughty or nice when you use the spell. And then once the scroll uses, it goes away. It's different than good and evil. This one is morals.
This is what we actually want. What everybody in the world actually
This
wants.
is what everyone wants with divine sense.
Everybody wants a peppermint mocha.
So this is it. And then the other. Does anybody else look for anything else in here? There's a couple more.
How close is
items.
Tydox to the secret tunnel?
Tyler, should you leave the area? Or?
So after collecting the demon or Krampus stuff from Krampus, I would have hovered by the door to let people know. Like, I see everybody else is looking around, and when everybody's done, I was gonna say, "Hey, everybody, there's a secret passage down here. It's got some writings on it. So if we're finished up here, or we can keep looking around up here if we want."
Well, I use my divine sense. So was there strong energy, or it's like it's leaving?
Looks like it had started there. The energy itself had begun in this basement, but it looks like it's dissipating for sure.
So then I would definitely relay that to Tydox. Maybe not to the whole group, but just Tydox specifically, since he's right there, and let him know that Tydox, the same energy that we felt off the fiend came from that basement, whatever's down there, but it's weaker, significantly.
Oh, well, I also see some of this writings on here. Would I be able to read the writings?
It's writing.
Yeah. Do you read Elvish?
I don't think I do.
I do.
Actually.
You do not.
Yeah, no. So, yeah,
I can read it.
There's definitely writings on the door, but I think this is something that you might be able to decipher.
You see it says, help. This is our last option.
It
And
says
then
help.
that's like on the door
This is our
itself.
last option.
That's not ominous at all. That sounds very normal.
How do you know that word, Show?
Captain Brayburn talks a lot. I can't talk, you know? I just can't read. Why are you so mean to me, huh? You're the
He starts throwing, just throw snow. Holy snow.
Well, I mean,
Should we check
we
it
should
out?
probably go down together. But if there's other things that people want to do up here before we go, maybe kind of rest and lick our wounds a little bit, or
You said
anything?
there was a couple
yeah.
items, or is that just generally there are a couple items, or there are like something we can
There's
see?
like there's other things like if people are looking around, I mean, there's definitely some other things that you could grab. Like, there's still parts of the building itself. There's you see like a mallet, like a hammer, is something. You see, I said the blueprints was one of them, and then the other thing, Raven. It's funny that you look. You feel a very festive sweater.
Ooh, I do love sweaters.
Yeah, it is an ugly sweater. Like
Then
you
I-
pick it up, you see it has like a reindeer on it. it looks like it's it's basically like one that's like I hate Mondays, and it's like Rudolph pretty much like.
That sounds like something that I would wear on a casual Friday at the bar. So
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna grab it and try to put it on.
Yeah, you put it on and you feel the resistance to cold.
Ooh.
You feel the cold has gone away. You no longer feel cold. It
It's
is
a
a
nice
plus
warm
2
sweat.
armor.
Woohoo!
Plus 2 leather armor, so and you find a hammer is the other thing that you find for magic tinkering.
Ooh.
Or toy making. Toy maker's hammer.
So I'm gonna grab the hammer and be like, "Yo, Tydox, this looks like something you might be able to use."
Wow, this is beautifully crafted.
I know you like building
Is there
stuff.
anything- Yeah. Well, thank you. This is wonderful.
Also, check out
You've gotten
this
quite
this
a few things here.
sweater I found.
I
think it's
I was
nice?
gonna say that is a wonderful sweater. It's also very well crafted. Tydox is like, yep, that's an ugly sweater, but if he likes it, it's good enough for me.
You definitely get Elizabeth gives you a strange look as you're wearing it. It's like that looks so weird, and so the downside to that sweater is that people look at you funny.
Perfect. I'm used to it.
We'll do a quick heal before we go down.
Okay.
Rare
Yeah.
healing. 9 damage. Oh, heal for 9.
Tydox, do you have another way to heal, or do you need one of us to?
I do. Well, hang on. Before I open my face, yeah, I have another spell slot I can
All right.
burn.
Because I have a lot of slots left, so.
We can't do that
You
heal
have
again until.
Yeah, if you feel like using a lot, I only have 3 slots.
So
I got 2 level 1s and a level 2 that I don't want to burn.
I have 2 level 2s and all 4 of my level 1s. So I could
Jesus.
even.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. I'm
I'll use a
currently,
couple of my level 1s.
definitely under half.
Which is. I should remember that. It's cheap whiskey. So I'm going to give you 2 shots of
Yeah.
cheap whiskey.
It's like here, bruv.
It's like, man, this
Ooh. So the first one's only 3. But hey,
Okay.
it's cheap. And the second one is also 3 because I just rolled 2 ones in a row.
hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Raven, I don't suppose you have any more of that cheap whiskey, do you?
What are you at? Oh, you're at
33.
I didn't. I needed to refresh your thing. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I wanted to roll a Constitution check to see if I'm getting smashed off these 4 shots that I just took. I rolled a nat 20. So
Iron gut.
Alex is just throwing them back. He's just like, however many you got, we're good.
I'm gonna give you a rye whiskey and hopefully roll well.
Elizabeth also, since you mentioned being hurt, forgot she is a powerful wizard. Or cleric.
So
And a doctor.
off the 1 whiskey, you get 18 health.
Jesus.
Oh, damn.
9.
And if you still need more, she gives you 12.
What?
Give me how much?
So you got 30
much?
total.
She was talking to me.
Oh, okay.
You better
I mean, if you
start
need help,
roll-
too.
I feel like she definitely would have healed Ert.
She would have
Can I
healed
roll
her
those
for
o-
sure.
Can I roll those over to temp?
No.
He's
She gives you 14 Tydogs.
oh.
And then I would probably look
Nice.
over to Elizabeth and to Ravens. Thank you both.
Cheers, mate. Glad to feeling better.
I'm gonna open up this door. I want to go inside.
Perfect.
I think if we're
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're set, we're going.
You guys
Bert's got a
see-
piece of the house with him, so he's just kind of snacking while he's.
I love it. As you open the door, you see that there are scratch marks. There are claw marks that have been going through this, and you see that like it continues to go down and down and down into this. And as you go into the very bottom, you see a pentagram sign, and you see on the middle of it is a one of those elves at the bottom of it in the middle of the thing. You see candles that have lit around it, and then you see a note written in Elvish that basically says, "I'm tired of this workload. Um, you know, please someone help us." And then sacrificed himself and all of the elves that he could for a better life.
Savage.
And summoned a fiend to
Wow.
come in.
Took an Amazon workhouse.
Yeah.
Metal as fuck.
So he
Pee
writes.
bottles everywhere.
Yeah. You see in this basement, you see the horrors of the conditions that they lived in. Like, imagine like you go down here. This is like in the middle of this, but on the sides you see like triple, quadruple, quintuple like bunk beds that are all like barely enough space for you to like lay down in. There's just
Perfectly
a
flat.
tiny little like area. There's just like imagine just enough room to like get in, but not enough at all to be comfortable. Not enough to like move, and they're like space just enough for you to like slide into. And there's like hundreds, if not thousands, of beds that are like here for all these elves. And right in the middle of the foyer, basically, is this basement that they used to summon. This thing, a big pile of dead elves was the sacrifice that they made. So they sacrificed all their souls to summon the demon.
Based.
Is what you gather from
Based.
this to kill the toy maker. And you guys stumbled upon this.
Just walked upon it. Dang. And
Shell thinks about his like time as being like obviously not these conditions, but of also being like basically in forced captivity, right? And he's just like, we could have been summoning a demon that whole time. We never thought to do this at all. And he is like, it's just like his world is opened up about like, oh, I didn't think about fiends. Like,
Yeah.
learning so much.
Just the thought of life itself has like opened up a whole new meaning. You're like, what? Ert learns about the stars and space itself, and these are a lot of big things.
We're
This
learning.
world, this small world, is a lot bigger than you think.
It's a small world.
But that's it. That's it. All in the workshop. So if you guys want to leave, that's
What they use to sacrifice themselves.
No, we live here now.
what they use. You see that basically the one guy used this ritual basically to then sacrifice the rest of them their souls. So that's
Is there a
what
little
that
like
pile was.
knife or dagger or something?
Yeah, sure. Sure. You
What do
can
they
find
use, a
a
little butter
ritual
knife?
dagger stabbed into its chest.
Just like a regular like iron dagger, and he's just like,
Yeah.
"Yep, this is what I want."
That's what I want.
You can certainly grab it. There was another dagger that somebody else has that's pretty cool. Does cool things.
wait, who has another dagger?
Tridox has a dagger.
Oh,
He has a candy cane.
No candy cane.
oh, I mean,
Stab him, replace it.
A snow globe and a book of new toys.
And a hammer.
And a hammer.
And a hammer.
Now I hammer. Yeah.
Well, guys, I don't think there's anything else really worth seeing here. You guys want to just get out of here and finally head over to get some much needed shut eye and rest at Andario. Unless you guys want to explore
think
anything
that's-
else.
Sounds good to
I
me.
think that might be an excellent choice.
Sweet.
come out with quite a few things that we might need to actually investigate later. I can take some time to do that once we find a safe place for it.
Agreed.
All right.
At first glance, there's a snow globe, a candy cane dagger, and then this book of toys.
And then this house
There's
too.
plus this peppermint mocha latte. And
Oh, I don't think I saw that.
And
a
this magic
scroll,
spell.
apparently.
Interesting.
And I think that's all I found.
I am a big
Show
fan of
pats-
coffee.
Show
You need-
pats his pockets. He's like, oh, I think that was it.
Can you fit
If
this
you guys
whole
would
house
like,
in
I could
your
carry them.
satchel?
So
We know how you are with carrying things.
So do I now get the peppermint? Was it peppermint latte?
A peppermint
Peppermint
mocha
mocha.
latte.
Peppermint mocha latte and
yeah.
the scroll.
I think when we get to Andariel, we need to unpack the whole thing and we need to check on everything because I don't know if those eggs are still good anymore, and I'm kind of worried about them. And I think we need to eat them soon.
Yes,
Can I take a couple
We
pieces
really-
of that house?
Yeah, so you can
It seems
take.
to be tasting.
you
It
take-
tastes pretty good. Ert was
You-
just munching on it this whole time. He's like, "Damn, it's actually a pretty good
You
house."
get
And just,
10 days of rations.
Jesus.
oh yeah.
I'll
Just
tell you
take it
though,
as summon
eating
food.
I'll say,
eating 10 straight days of sugar is not going to be good for you. But
It's okay.
Oh god.
what was
Doesn't
the
mean I have to
scroll?
eat it all, but it's gonna be a nice little.
the scroll of naughty or nice.
Okay. Gotcha.
So the things I need to add, Raven, I'll add your festive sweater to you.
Thank
Put
you.
it onto your character sheet. And then the candy cane dagger. Tydox, you can choose to have it, use it, do whatever you want with it.
I mean, those things are in. I have a snow globe, I have a candy cane dagger. The plan was to once we find the, like I showed these things to the party, and if anybody wanted to take one, they could. But if Tydox has the bag of holding still, you're just gonna put them all back in, and once I get to a place that has any semblance of a desk, I'm just gonna identify,
Yeah.
and then disperse them as I think people would want. Because I don't know what any of that stuff does.
Perfect.
Got a pretty good feeling Show doesn't want a dagger. Unless it does
Shell's rethinking his entire life, so you don't know.
something. So
Like,
maybe-
Make this.
Sweet. Well, I'll say you guys start to leave this town and the scenes. And in the distance, you definitely, the biggest thing that you notice is now that you're on the mainland, you see a fucking gigantic tree that reaches up into the fucking sky. That is so large and magnificent that you've been like, I've lived in Elysium like my whole life. Like, how have I never seen this before? The two people who have definitely seen this before or who have know what it is are Ert and Tydox and Elizabeth. Elizabeth knows what it is, but you see a tree that reaches Shadow of the Earth tree, Elden Ring. You guys have all played. That's what you're looking at. Fucking 5, 7, 800 feet tree into the air that looks like it goes on forever, and it's the biggest thing you've ever seen. Even from Elysium, you're kind of surprised that you haven't seen it from Elysium because of how big it is, but because of the Earth is round and not flat.
Because of, round.
Yeah.
Round Earth.
Round Earth.
Look at this.
Round Earth.
Round Earth theory.
Yeah.
Approving.
Yeah, but see, the Earth is on the back of a turtle, and the turtle's back is round. So
Yeah. Exactly.
When or Jared says that, I feel like, and then Show's just like turtle, and then he's just like, well, we should ask Squirt about that. I want to know more about the turtle, and then I think he blows the whistle to get Squirt back.
Well, excuse me, I have the
Wait, does
whistle.
he? Yeah, I think.
I don't
Ert has
think
the
you
whistle.
did.
I
'cause
do
you
have the
got
whistle.
drunk, and I took it
Mm-mm.
because I told Squirt bye bye
No,
when he said
my
bye.
whistle.
I think Tydox, or not Tydox, I
Let me
think
see.
Ert for sure has it still.
Still Ert,
You gotta tell me to blow the whistle, and maybe I will.
I don't want to talk to you, so.
I don't want to talk to you.
The squirt whistle.
Do you blow the squirt whistle?
Oh, that's Squistle.
I do
squistle?
think Shell is like.
Squistle.
I think we should check in with Squirt. He's just a baby after all. He's just a baby.
Are we near water? Can you even get to us? I only want me to find
Weren't
out.
we? Wasn't the
What?
village right by the water?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
on the
over
water.
Okay.
Yeah. So we left. Yeah, we left the. We just thinking on this. That's fucking nuts. We just go in. We're like, oh, this place is fucked up. Oh god, this place is real fucked up. Did we tell anybody? Nah. We're getting out of here.
Everybody was dead. Who is there to tell?
God is empty. You're right. Captain John Quaid dropped you off at this place.
And he
was
was
like,
like,
oh, this is.
"Goodbye."
He was like, Shoreport Villa, dude. That's a great place. You know. See you guys later. You'll be fine there. And then he dips. He pieces out.
He's like, oh, fuck it.
So you blow the
Eric,
whistle.
Make sure when you put
yeah,
in the report that we definitely didn't kill the entire inhabitants of that town.
We should just burn the place down too. It's our MO anyways. We forgot to burn the gingerbread house up.
We got to burn.
Does it catch on fire? Because the tree's still on fire.
No, the.
We also
No,
were
the
on
snow.
fire when we were outside.
Yeah, I think the snow took everything.
Snow took
Alright.
everything. It stopped.
A base.
Still blowed up.
So I'm gonna say you blew the whistle.
Yeah, we
Sounds
blew the
like-
whistle.
So you blow the whistle. Ert comes. He walks on the shore. I mean, he can walk. He can do both. He can walk
He's a
on
space turtle.
land
Come on, squirt.
and on. And he asks, sees if you guys want to hop on him or not. You know, he's totally okay to walk and do all this. He's a land and aquatic animal.
He's a lurtle.
He's a literal. He can do both.
He's a land turtle.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
Can Tedux do some type of like check to see roughly where we would have to, because we are on land. Like,
Mhm.
could we get to the Andariel from here if we walked,
Or
or if we
on
should
the
take-
turtle, you can
like
walk.
with the turtle?
Yeah, with the turtle, you walking, it'd be a few days. We'd skip forward, but that would be a few days for you guys to get there. But yeah, it is definitely walking distance.
Okay.
What about
Is the-
swimming distance?
Swimming distance, I mean, you guys can go out to the water itself, but again, why you guys left the water was because of the snowstorm.
I don't remember. I just
Yeah.
couldn't remember.
Yeah, we didn't go to Heaven's Descent because danger, Bill Robinson.
Saying we should go there
Our-
right now and
Our goal.
We should go to the place that we are destined to go to
Tie him up.
because we have a way to get back.
Yeah, Captain Show, please. Yeah, if we decided to travel straight up this, and he's kind of like triangulating, like from what he could see and remember, I think it's almost directly due north from here.
Probably close to that
Shouldn't-
gigantic tree as well.
Yeah, shouldn't take no more than, what did you say? 2 days?
3 to 4
2
days.
Yeah, it'd be like a
2
2
days,
days,
gonna
2 or
be
3
the-
days.
So Tydox tells the party, I'm like, hey, that's still our goal if we still want to go.
Yeah, we're all pretty banged up, but that's probably a good idea. We get there, get some information, rest up,
Right.
do some tinkering.
Speak for yourself. I mean, that cheap whiskey he's got over there really hit the spot.
Yeah, that rye was pretty good.
Well,
So,
sweet.
If we, yeah, I guess we get all squirt and
You guys
wander on out.
Can I give
head-
Squirt a piece of the gingerbread?
Yeah, he eats
Phenomenal idea.
Um,
Alright, I'm just gonna say
That's what I was thinking too. And then I was thinking, being like, oh, dang it, there was a dead body in there. We could have fed you, but I forgot. And it's like, dang
it. Squirt's
Okay, go
like,
back.
"Master."
maybe you can see the whole
He
house.
says to her. He says, "Thank you for this delicious treat, master." No one else speaks turtle draconic. So,
Nope.
it only says
get
it's a
to talk
Ert.
to Ert.
And
Right,
everyone
you
else
say-
just hears like screeches and you know.
I screech back. like, fucking. That's how we
very
speak. We speak
very
it.
throaty, like language. It's guttural and very hard on the ears as it's talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Everyone else, and then he licks Show as he gets closer to try to feed him as well. And he's got a really like when a cat licks you, it's like rough,
Very coarse.
spiky, like not very fun and enjoyable. Like you're like like don't do that.
Or give Show's face a nice exfoliation. He's like,
Yeah,
looks nice and squeaky clean. And,
yeah.
like Show, I think he's just like kind of like just rambling at him, like being like, and like recaps the entire like, and this is what happened to us to Squirt, and then he's just like, "What have you been up to, buddy?" Even though he knows he can't talk, and he's just kind of talking to Squirt.
Squirt gives you a whole, and it's just you two, so I'm not gonna say Ert hears any of this. Just you two. He goes into a whole regalia of things that he's done, things that he's done, eaten. The snow has brought different monsters into the land that he's like enjoyed, and he goes for a long time. All you hear is just like, like just screeching, and he's full on talking to you as if you can understand him. And you don't hear anything. Ert's too far away, not paying attention to any of this either, so it's not like.
Yeah, Elizabeth and I, we're just vibing together.
Yeah, so you just hop on.
Show doesn't understand, but he like understands, and he's just like, "That's a good story, buddy," and he like pats
It's
him.
like
and he...
Han and Chewbacca. That's what I
exactly.
Yeah.
No idea, but he's like, "Yes, okay."
And as you guys head north, you guys start to walk that way, and as you inch closer and closer and closer, you guys see it's a couple days that go by as you guys are just wandering. The snow
is
that's
this
going on.
what is this considered like a long rest?
Yeah, you can take a long rest on the thing itself. It's not a very comfortable. You're not like, but it is like, imagine you're walking on a carriage. It's not like it's just kind of bouncing. And snow is heavily. It's not. You don't have anything that covers you. But as you guys get what feels closer, you start to see a beautiful, magical city on the horizon that is absolutely fucking enormous. Biggest city that you've ever seen in your existence, all of you. This being the first time. Darknaw's also here at some point, or actually no, I know where he's at. Never mind, I forgot that he'll be back. He'll be back next time. So,
I fell into a portal.
No, he's with Jakui. He passed out.
Oh,
but he's there.
He's gonna be sore.
So you guys see Andriel, you see it in the distance. You see that is where you guys are gonna go. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Happy New Year if this is your first time hearing anything. We're excited to see what's in store for our adventuring group here on the Shattered Throne. Bye, everybody. Thank you guys so much.
Bye, everyone.